on the Padres. I thought maybe the Giants might try and trade for him, but no, we got Fargon. It's time for Fargon to come back. Maybe look at that, Fargon. You left Luis Arias. You could have had him, but you didn't even try, I bet. Comes into San Diego and helps them win tonight, whipping the Diamondbacks in Arizona 13-1. Arias was 4 for 5 at one point. He's going to win another batting title. Giants don't need that, man. Giants got hitters. We don't need no Luis Arias, man. What you talking about? Okay, yeah, Giants take it not on the chin. They took it on the, what would you call it, Eric? A 14-3 shellacking. Disgusting. 9-0 after 2 innings.
When did he even get to the first inning, man? He didn't even get to the first inning.
Yeah, but you started him tonight on your fantasy.
Don't even start me with that, man.
Hey, you started him on your fantasy team, and you told me yesterday, you said, I don't think I'm going to start Keaton Wynn tomorrow night.
And then I was like, we'll see. Maybe they come back because Keaton Wynn, he's been decent.
Stop believing in his team, Eric.
Man. Hell, he sucks, man. No. You know what, though? God. Look, and where's the platinum glove guy? Where's Mr. Platinum Glove? The guy should have had 2 errors, but he didn't get charged for 1 because Philly decided not to challenge in the first damn inning.
Oh, the throw?
Yeah,
they
pulled him off the bag.
They gave him an error on the other one, though, right?
Yeah, they gave him the error on the other one. Yeah.
The one that went through his legs?
Come on, man. Like I said yesterday, if you're not going to go out there and swing the bats, then you got to play some exceptional defense.
Ben Bamboo said he stopped watching. It was 4-1. When was
Absolutely
that?
Embarrassing.
It was never 4-1. It was 9-0. Wasn't it 9-0?
9-0. 9-0. 0.
Yeah, after 2 innings.
And oh man, did you listen to the game at all?
I watched first few innings.
Fleming and Pence were so bad. Oh my God. Oh, it was so bad. So bad.
Yeah, they're blaming
like, you know what though? They're pretty close in hits. And I'm like, looking at the scoreboard. It's 14-3, dude. 14. I don't give a crap about the hits. How many runs came across the plate? Get out of here talking about the hits. Dude, come on. Get a grip. Get a grip.
The first inning, all I kept hearing is talking about the rain, how it was, affecting and it's like,
get out of here. Did it affect the Phillies?
It didn't affect
the Phillies did fine. Come on. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear about the weather because they both were playing in the same weather.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
He tore his. How did he tear his ACL? Because he was flipping the ball back? Is that why?
Who?
Is that how he would have torn
Murphy?
his ACL?
Did he? Was it a torn ACL?
No, they're saying a chance. I haven't heard. As a matter of fact, let me take a gander to see what I got.
He was pissed off.
Of course he was.
So what is that going to do now?
Reitz, where's Reitz?
Do we have to follow the Farhan system? Do we have to follow a right-handed batting catcher, or can we just go with Sable, who went 2 for 3 and looked pretty good in his at-bats?
Hey, you know who would have been pretty a nice substitute? Maybe Joe
Bart. Yeah. There goes your $4 million for this year. You got
1 hour up in his knee while blocking the ball.
What? Say it again. You cut
sorry.
out.
Tom Murphy. This is you know what? Let me just bring it up. Hold on. Here we go.
Kermit the Frog here. Giants, I told you they made it through April with no injuries, and now the injury bug is starting to hit. And they've wiped out 2 catchers in less than just over a game.
Here we go.
I know Will Martinez Slater got a stinking hit. That stunk.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to freaking play a carom. You know what Fleming said? Oh, Slater slipped. He didn't slip. He went up against the wall. Instead of knowing he's going to hit the damn wall, he should have played back from the wall so he could have got the carom. And you allow freaking real music. Actually,
Murphy felt the pop in his knee while blocking.
Yep, felt the pop in his knee while blocking the ball.
Chasing after it. So how can you blame the weather?
Exactly.
I heard he was blaming earlier there's an article that said he was the weather contributed.
Yeah,
And
whatever.
Robert doesn't
We're gonna say that.
asked whether wet conditioning. He said big time. Should they have started the game in the rain? Oh, they started the game in the rain, didn't they? It was coming.
Yeah, it was raining. It was raining.
I'm wondering why they just didn't wait.
I don't know. Maybe they thought it was going to be. Maybe they thought it was just going to be light rain. It wasn't like a downpour. It was just.
But it was puddles behind second base and first.
But that was after like the third inning. It was puddling up.
Yeah. But
so it just because it was consistent, and then it eventually went away. But come on, man. Hey, where did Real Muto blow out a knee? No. Don't blame the weather. Come on. Get out of here. Come on. Thank you, Asif. Come on, man. Come on. Get
9 straight
out,
games they scored 3 runs or less. They can't justify not making any changes to position player group. Only excitement was watching Rodriguez. Agree.
What's up, Cody?
Agree, Cody. Good take, man. Rodriguez looked good. He was firing. Didn't he hit 100 tonight against Harper? I think the pitch to Harper when he struck Harper out was it 100 or the pitch before?
It's something around there.
I want to say
I was kind of hit and miss after.
Yeah. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Randy Rodriguez hit 100 tonight on one of his pitches? 128 left. You'll be fine. Robert.
Sure.
Robert, think about this. Robert, think about this. If you got 128, this is you're starting to bury your whole bury yourself. If you go, what's their record right now? 15-19.
Bad.
Robert, think about it. They're 12, or you got 128 left. If they go 70-58, 70-58, that means they would win 85 games, and that still might not be enough. You're putting yourself in the same position I said what they did last year. You're going to have to start playing well over 500. We'll see.
This is just bad. And you know what made it even worse? What made it worse is the defense right now. Is the last 2 games, the defense has been atrocious. And it will.
Yeah, Will, let's hope. I want to see change. I want to see complete regime change. Somebody in here that knows how to run a ball club, because I am telling you, this is hard to watch. I mean, they got 3 runs and how many Wilmer was a 2-run homer, right?
Correct.
2-run homer. See, they can't. And then when they get bases loaded, they can't score.
They did nothing. They had the bases loaded with no outs.
Yeah, Fitzgerald.
Not 1 run, a strikeout and a double play by Ahmed.
Yep.
The second time they had the bases loaded, Ahmed hits into another inning-ending double play.
Hey, I'm telling you guys, man. I told you all along, people. I told you all along. Nick Ahmed should not. What's Nick Ahmed hitting? He got a hit tonight, so he probably raised his average. Knowing these guys. Let me look at Ahmed's stats here.
Yeah,
he probably went
the box score. It's fantastic.
I am. I'm looking at it right now. Come on, pull it up here. Okay, Nick Ahmed went 1 for 4. Yeah, and he's still hitting 242 because he raised his average. Because 1 for 4 is 250, so your average goes up slightly. This guy, give me some excitement, please.
There was nothing, man. Gosh, dang. And I was wondering, too, because I was like, when I saw, I thought maybe Bailey would play, maybe. But then it came out he's going to be on the 7-day concussion, right?
Yep.
Matter of fact, did you see him in the dugout? He kind of still looked a little, I don't know, it was just me. He just looked very somber.
I didn't see him, but
when I saw Brian Murphy, when I saw Tom Murphy coming into the game, I was like, I probably should pull a win. I probably should, and I freaking didn't. And whatever. But anyways, that's besides the point. It's bad. It's freaking bad, and I'm tired of seeing this. And I know, we're 34 games in. It's again the totality of a season. It's still early, but man, we're 34 games into this, and the lineup has yet to catch fire. Right?
Right.
How many? What is the win streak we have right now? A 2-game winning streak, right? Is that the biggest winning streak that the Giants have? Have they ever been on a 3-game? No. I don't think they have.
Nope.
Yes, Soler batting 202. Yep. I think goodness, I think Chapman's getting really close to just 200.
Chapman, let's see where Chapman's at. Chappie. He got a hit tonight too. So
he got a hit.
221. Yeah. Man, why can't I sign into on my laptop here on the Twitter? What it says, what's my username? I put it in there. It says, nah. Well, it is my username.
I don't know.
I don't get it. Let's try it.
Make sure you got to type it exact.
It is.
I don't know.
It's like exact. I mean, I'm going NCAL Sports Net.
This is just
work. Come on.
Awesome Fox. What's up? Good to see you in the chat. Haven't seen you before. Welcome. We have a bigger losing than winning streak. Isn't that the damn truth? Star Wars 99. May the 4th be with you, Star Wars 99. Phillies are a good team, but we lost our 2 best hitters. And that says a lot, right? If Bailey is your best hitter right now, don't get me wrong. He's going to be talented, but to be your best hitter on the team right now, whew. Jimmy says, try your email, Dan.
I've tried that. It says, put your username in at your username. Try that.
This is a mess right now. Oh my gosh, man.
Wait till they get swept in this series.
So who gets called? I wonder who gets called up. Because if he's getting an MRI tomorrow, then Murphy's not playing tomorrow for sure.
Well,
so
they got to bring up Reitz now.
Oh yeah, Asif's in the house. Asif, there you go.
Who's Asif?
You might remember he's the one that helped you before.
Oh, needs IT support. Yes,
there you go.
I can't sign into my my Twitter. I
give him a ring, Asif.
It says my username. I'm putting it in. I've done this before and signed in. Gosh. See, whenever
you want to see total runs scored. Let's take
whenever I clean up my you want to I got it right here, Eric.
Oh, you got it? Go for it.
The total runs scored, you mean for the season?
Yeah, you got the ESPN thing up?
Yeah, here we go.
There you go. Let's go take a look at the good old run differential, all that good stuff. Yeah. Let's take a gander.
Hey, Buster, what's up, buddy? What, you're breathing too hard.
It's funny that they didn't score over 3 too. Again.
Yep.
Hey, Aaron Lots. Username Dodger Dan 2024.
Thank you, Dodger Dan.
Oh, Trey is out for 6 weeks. Ooh.
Oh yeah, Turner's out for 6 weeks, but they'll be fine.
Hell? What was wrong with him?
He pulled a hamstring last night on that run when he scored from.
No kidding. Sucks to be them. And they still got their ass.
Okay, minus 35.
120.
7 to 162.
That's sad, dude. Colorado's catching you up in the run scored.
Yeah, you know what? Padres are starting to look good, and I showed you guys the box score opening the game up tonight.
Yeah, and he flew. I guess he came off a plane and strapped it on and got 4.
Yeah, came down from Oakland. And speaking of Oakland, Oakland.
Hey, Dan, real quick. Austin says try your phone, your email, or username.
Okay, I'm going to try. Okay, hold on here. Where's the box score here real quick? What happened to the A? Look at the A's, guys.
Oh, my gosh.
Did you check how Geloff did? Did he do okay?
Geloff is on the IL.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yes.
Geehaw. Look at that. 21 hits, guys. 20 runs for the A's. When's the last week the Giants got 20 runs? I said week. When's the last week the Giants scored 20 runs? Let's look at the Giants let's just have some fun here, and look at the Giants this week. Okay, they had a game on. Oops, would they have a game on Monday? No, they didn't play Monday, right?
Yeah, they played Monday.
No, they were off. They flew to Philly or to Boston. They played Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday? Okay, gotcha.
So Tuesday. Well, you know what? Let's just start Sunday. The week starts on Sunday, right? Technically, in baseball, it ends on Sunday, but all right. The Giants scored on Sunday. Wait a minute, I'm on the wrong Sunday. That's great.
Dan, come on, man. We're not even May 5th yet. You're back to you're not Back to the Future. There you go.
All right. Where's the Giants? Is it
3-2? Remember, that's where I won my contest.
Okay, so they got 3. Tuesday, they went to Boston. So we got 3 runs. Tuesday, they got none.
0.
Wednesday, what'd they get?
They lost again. I can't remember by how many, though.
They got 2.
2.
So they got a total of 5.
What's up, Fosse?
Thursday, they won, right? 3?
Yep.
They got 8.
And it was 3, right?
Yesterday, they got 3. 11. Tonight, they got 3. 14. And I don't think they're going to make 20 runs. I don't think they're going to get 6 runs in the next 2 games. Man. What was I doing on here? Oh, going to go do my Twitter. Let me try my
phone number, email, or username. That's what Asif says.
Already have an account. Sign in. Sign in with my phone number.
I wonder if anyone guessed the score today.
Oh, it's for tomorrow.
That's right. That's right. It's only for Sunday, right?
Yes, Sunday. I'm going to guess Phillies 39, Giants 2.
39. Oh, yeah. What about your forgot password button? Hit that.
Oh, I could. Let me see. Phone number. Let's try that. Enter your phone number, email, or let's try the phone number.
Fosse says I'm officially on, or I'm officially. I'm not. I don't. What is that?
Sorry, we couldn't find your account. Let's try email. What the heck's going on?
Fire him, he says. Fosse's saying fire on. Here's the problem. We've been saying this for a while, but we got to get other people to say it. People think we're just a bunch of hotheads. People just think we're a bunch of hotheads and we're always negative. Okay.
Confirm your username. I'm going to put my user. It should be my username on Twitter since I changed it, right? It can't be my old username, Monster Slam,
I don't know.
right?
Maybe it's your old one.
Ask who's our guy, Fosse? Fosse, would it be? I changed my username like probably.
Wait, maybe it's not because you're using your same account, right? You just changed your Twitter handle, right?
Yeah, but
I bet you it's the old one then, whatever it was.
It was Dan C at Monster Slam.
Jeff Taylor says 39-2. Don't be ridiculous. They can't score 2 runs. Old username or new username? Says
I'm trying the new one here.
Asif.
Next. Incorrect. Please try again. What do you mean incorrect? What are you, an idiot? Come on. Look, this is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. Or just email.
It says username. You verify your identity by entering the username associated with your X account.
Old username, says Asif.
All right.
Oh my goodness gracious. Kilt says Elon is trolling Dan.
All right. Dan C. Monster.
Bart still might suck. Too early to tell. Yeah.
Incorrect. Please try again. I cannot log in. I'm logged in on X on my phone, but I can't do it on my computer. What the heck?
That doesn't make sense.
This screws things up for the show. I can't put up my Twitter account on the show.
Dan versus computers, round 3. This time it's personal. Oh, man.
Hey, guys.
That is great.
Did you join us Monday night for the Kentucky Derby show? Did we steer you wrong? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that finish, guys. Photo finish. The 3-horse won by a nose, beat the 2. And our guys, our experts said, do an exacta box, pick the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 7. That meant that if two of those horses came in first and second, you're a winner. So if you would have joined this show and you would have bet $12.
Where's Rocks? Rocks, did you bet him? Did you bet Mystic Dan?
So I won today. I bet $24 and I won $128.
Nice. Nice.
Hold on here.
What's up, Highway Cavalier? Haven't seen you in a while. The winning horse is more clutch than Soler. Oh, man. Oh, he missed it. Oh, Rocks. That sucks, man.
Hold on. I got to call my brother. I think I screwed up on my bet. Got it. Hold on. I'll be right back.
All right, guys. As Dan fixes his Twitter and talks to his brother about his bet, what do we got going on? Giants on Sunday Night Baseball. Yep, they are. Oof. Oof. Ray G, it's a good thing we have Webb, Hicks, and Harrison right now. Without them, we wouldn't win anything. Well, guess what? Hicks didn't look that good yesterday. And Wynn today, who's been carrying the team, didn't look too good. He didn't even get out of the first inning. So what's going on, Ray G? I don't know. Is that a good thing right now? Something going on? I don't know. Is it just bad luck? Sure, it doesn't look good. I'll tell you that right now. We're sitting on right now, the Giants are sitting on oh my gosh, a 4-1 right now? Or I should say a 1-4 road game right now? What's up, Matt? Yeah, Arias is warming up. I told Dan that. I said he's going to hit. That first week, man, he was panicking. I was like, it's okay. He's going to hit. Give him some time. He's coming through. Kyle McKernan, what's up, man? Pin said at the end of the game that Webb needs to step up for the Giants big time tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. How about the bats to step up? Is it supposed to rain again tomorrow in Philly? Anyone know? What's the weather supposed to be like in Philly? What time's the game tomorrow? Is it going to be another evening? I'm guessing it's going to be what? I don't know what time it would be on the East Coast. Because I know it's supposed to be the ESPN game, so I'm not sure what time. Ray G thinks Webb will lose 3-2 tomorrow. Remember, you got Sable behind the plate now. You know, he's not going to be able to frame like Bailey does. So there is definitely going to be an issue there. It's going to be an issue for the Giants going forward with the catching, because you got Tom Murphy, who really wasn't anything anyways. You got Bailey, who's out on the shelf for at the minimum of 7 days. We'll see how he feels after 7 days. But yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, especially with Sable coming back. He got a catcher's interference today. I mean, he was decent with the bat, got 2 hits today, so you can't complain about that. But I don't know how he's going to do as far as with the pitching staff. Ooh. Will Martinez, we don't want to hear that. That is tough. That is tough. Yeah, Murphy is hurt. Going to go for an MRI. Sounds like an ACL. He said he heard a pop. When you hear a pop, usually good things don't come from it. Yeah, exactly, Charles. Okay, Robert. It could happen. They scored multiple runs today, right? 3 is multiple runs. 2 is multiple runs. Yes, they could score 2 or 3. Yes, that is possible. But how many are the Phillies going to score? If you want to salvage the series, you got to win tomorrow. Tomorrow's a must win if you want to salvage the series. You lose tomorrow, it's looking really bad. And now you got the bullpen who's been blown up again. The bullpen has been blown up again. They had to go and relieve Webb in that first game in Boston. I thought they had to come in early for another game for Boston too. I can't remember which one it was. Today, the bullpen had to come in the first damn inning. Rodriguez, I mean, I guess that's a highlight. Rodriguez did well. Reeks. Well, he's probably going to be up soon because if they're down Murphy, they're going to have to bring up they have to bring up a backup catcher.
Okay.
Here's a question, Dan. Do the Sacramento A's have a better organization and philosophy than the Giants? Because guess what the A's are doing?
Playing the
young guys.
Well, it's just a way to go. And unless you're going to really have some players. I mean, you either got to do what the Padres are doing. You got to either play your young guys or trade your young guys for better players. But the Padres are just constantly trading all their guys. I mean, they traded who'd the pitcher they picked up this year that they just picked up? Yeah, they picked up Cease. Now they trade 3 more minor leaguers and pick up Arias.
And I don't think they've even lost any of their big guys either, have they? The ones that are like high on their the top.
No, they haven't lost much of their 7 of their top 100.
That's what I'm saying. They're doing something right. What do we got to do here, Dan? I don't understand. We've been saying this for so long. And, me and you both have talked about this, Dan. We want the team to succeed. We want to be wrong. But at every damn time, we're always right. Yeah. Look, I'm not trying to toot our horn or anything like that, but it's the truth. We've been saying this for so long. But you know what? Like I said, everyone wants to label us all.
That's why I was trying to pull up my Twitter so I could show you my tweet today that I put out what the Giants should do. And this was before the game. I looked at that lineup and I said, oh my goodness. And you know what? Now you're going to start getting into your problem because you've lost 2 catchers.
2 catchers, exactly.
And looks like Murphy's gone for the year. So I would think that Sable.
The curse of Joey Bart.
Yes. 2024.
The curse of Joey Bart.
Yeah. When you treat people like crap, what was 23? The curse of Mauricio Dubon.
Yeah.
Didn't the Astros win it all?
They did.
23? Yeah.
Yep. He also won a Gold Glove.
No, Reitz is not on the 40.
Yeah, they'll have to make a. Well, if Murphy's out for the whole year, they'll just get rid of him or put him on a 60, whatever.
But you still got to create a 40 spot. Oh, that does create a 40 spot. Yeah.
Yep. And here's the thing. Remember Mauricio Dubon last year? Remember there was all that uproar about what he said about the organization. Curse of Crawford. That's good, Justin. Remember when Dubon, he came out and said those basically unflattering comments about the Giants, right?
Yeah.
And everyone, 400 was like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about, blah, 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 blah. Everyone was like, Dubon is just, sour grapes. Bull crap. He was on to something. He was on to something. Maybe we should listen to some of these players. If I'm not mistaken, Kurt Casale, when he left, and I think they traded him to Seattle of all places, I think he said some unflattering things about the organization when he left as well. Come on, guys. Let's look what's going on. Sabian left, right? Why did Sabian leave?
They moved on without him. They didn't want him. Hey guys, the horse race, getting back to the Derby. We had a show on Monday night, and the guys broke the race down for us. They told us to bet on the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 7, and do an exacta box. That means the top, you have to win if any of those 4 horses you pick came in first, second combination. They had to come in first and second, 2 of the 4. You're a winner. And guess what? By golly, the 3 won, and the 4 or the 2 came in second. The 3 won, the 2 came in second, and the 4 horse came in fourth.
Hey, how about that?
The only one they missed was the 7. They got 3 of the 4 top 4.
Nice. And
a 50-cent bet on all 4 horses would be $12. You would have won, 57, 50, 56, 57 bucks. If you bet $1, meaning $24 total, you would have won 100 and I think it was 128 or whatever, something like that. Yeah. So you would have won. Yeah, it would have been 64 on a $12 bet or 128 on $24. We got the horse guys here on NorCal Sports Network, and we're going to bring these guys back. They definitely nailed that one. And man, if it was a great race. It was a photo finish. Haven't seen a photo finish at the Derby in a big race like that in a long, long time. 20 horse field, pretty exciting. But that was that. So Giants.
What do we do, Dan? What do we? Well, I mean, I don't know.
We do. We can't do nothing.
No, we can't. Yeah.
Yeah. You got Milk Dud running the club.
Oh man, dude. I mean, chat. Come on. What do we do? Chat. What needs to be done? Let me hear what you guys have to say. What needs to be done? How do we right the ship for the San Francisco Giants? We're talking about the San Francisco Giants, an iconic baseball organization. How do they right the ship? Tell us, guys. Are we missing something? Senior says become Sac A's fans.
There you go.
Cool. I see what you're saying. I smell what you're stepping in.
What do you want, Buster? What do you want, Buster boy?
Play the kids, but the problem is how do we get them to do that? Granted, we're only NorCal Sports. We're peanuts. We need other people to be out there saying this stuff. Vince Russo is out there saying it. You had Tom Verducci that had the SI article at the end of last season. Who else has been out there saying stuff? There was someone out there.
I got to grab a phone call real quick.
Oh, A-Rod. Remember during the playoffs, he said something about the Giants. Remember? I mean, we got people out there saying, but I think more people need to be out there saying stuff. Dominic. Is it Reno? I'm guessing Reno. There is nothing to be done. There is no universe. This team competes with the top tier teams. Yep. Good point. Right now they can't. Might have to make a trade for the Rockies. Giants don't really care. Yes, Tom. Chris Rousseau. Yeah. Mad Dog said something. We played it on the show. play the kids, and then when the kids aren't any good, that's it. I think Zaidi knows. Ooh, okay, good point, Mitchell. That's a good point. Because if the kids aren't any good, and if the kids fail, Zaidi knew he's done. It's Reno like the city. Right on. Okay, Dominic. I'll remember that. Dominic Reno. Used to go there every September. Used to go watch the Reno air races, man. Good times up there. Used to love watching those air racers. Let's see. Johnson has been conned by Farhan. Grand Admiral gives his idea here. Right field Ramos, center field Lee, left field Matos, third base Casey, shortstop Marco, second base Estrada, first base Wade, catcher Bailey and Sable, utility is Fitzgerald. He'll start playing Meckler at second base and sack to see if he can. We'll see. Let's see. I'll believe it when I see it, though. Grand Admiral, believe it when I see it. Tom Ward, bring up Schmidt and Ramos now. Not sure what to do about Soler. Yeah, he's a head scratcher. I would agree. The curse of the Matt helmets. Giants have become unwatchable, says Alive Insurance. Kilt. Greg Johnson needs to be a man and take control of take control of his organization. The guy is plain spineless executive who speaks to boardroom dialect. Ooh. Interesting. We're talking leadership stuff here. I love talking about leadership stuff. Nice. That's interesting. That's a good take. I like that, Kilt. Ray G, Soler is a waste of space. I missed the gloss black. Yeah, those were nice. Dan is so done with the Giants, he's taking calls during the show. Yeah. Kind of where we're at. Yeah, I know. And that's what's so frustrating, Grand Admiral. That's what's so frustrating. We keep putting those ideas out there, but, falls on deaf ears. And Mike, yes, it is only getting worse. We're talking look, I understand the whole streaky hitter mentality type stuff. People say, certain batters or certain hitters are streaky hitters. But look, we're in game 34, or we just finished game 34. You cannot say about streaky anymore because right now there's been the only streak there's been is bad. There has been no good streak, and this has been over a month of baseball.
Well, let's go positive. Come on, let's have some positive information.
Positive.
Come on, let's do something positive. Let's see what was positive tonight.
Sable had 2 hits.
Yeah, Blake Sable, man. I think Blake Sable is going to be your everyday catcher for the most part for the next week. He's probably going to be out. Week? I mean, they're going to probably have to bring up Jackson Reitz, right?
They have to. They're going to have to. Who else they got?
They got
Fitzgerald is the backup catcher. You think they're going to?
Where are they playing at right now? Philadelphia? Who's Richmond's catcher? Isn't it Shignesti? Because he was one of their guys. They might bring him up since I don't know. They might just because they're on the. Yeah, I don't know. Jeez. You got to look at it and see who's the guy for the 40
Rodriguez looked good today.
Yeah,
Rodriguez. Even though the last couple of runs got charged to him because he kind of lost it there.
Well, they pitched him too long. He's a one inning guy.
I was just going to say that they pitched.
They're so desperate. They're eating up innings. That's the thing that kind of pissed me off a little bit, to be honest with you. He's one of your guys you need to protect his arm. How many
exactly?
How many innings did he or pitches? He had through like
close
40.
to 50. I think he had close to 50.
He threw I'm looking here, pitches 48 pitches. That's dumb.
See?
I'm dumb. Sorry.
Yes.
That's dumb.
That's how you blow out a young kid's arm when you bring him up because you realize he's going to be coming in here with adrenaline. This is his first big league game.
Yep.
So he's going to be amped up.
He's been the closer down in Sacramento. Yep. Why are you pitching him more than 30 pitches?
Yeah, stupid.
Throw out Fitzgerald. I mean, the game was done.
Dan, did you realize how many times Fitzgerald has pitched in a game?
3
times. This is game 34.
Yeah, every 11 games he's pitching. He's pitching every 11 games.
You've had to have a position player pitch 3 times in 34 games. That's how bad you've gotten blown out in 3 games. Or in 34 games. It's 3 games and 34 games.
Well,
God, see, every time, man, I start calming down and then I start getting pissed off again, man.
I'll tell you, the thing that pisses me off is you just wore out Rodriguez for the next 2 days.
Yeah, he may be done for a while. Yeah.
He cannot pitch until Tuesday at the earliest. You can't have a guy throw 48 pitches in his major league debut when he's used to throwing 1.
And the next time he has to pitch would be in Colorado.
Jeez.
Welcome to Colorado.
I mean, all because you didn't want to waste Rogers for tomorrow. You know what? It's suck it up, Mitch White. I don't care if you're getting bombed. You're still pitching. He
hasn't been stretched out either.
Well,
don't worry. One of these guys will be sent down, and I'll bring up another pitcher.
Exactly. I bet you Rodriguez goes down.
I bet you Rodriguez goes down and Roop comes up.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right. Very good, Grand Admiral. Randy Rodriguez, another Bobby Evans signing. Don't say that too loud. Hey, I think, who made that? Was it you, Grand Admiral, that made that? Or was it Mitchell Ness? I can't remember. I think it was Mitch talking about, maybe one of the reasons why they don't want to play the young guys is if the young guys fail when they come up.
They can't trade them?
Well, no. Guess who's fired?
Oh, Farhan.
Because then it's all his young guys. It shows that he's neglected in doing what needs to be done. As far as because that was the whole reason he came up here, was to revamp the entire farm system.
Yeah, and why isn't he playing them? Why isn't he playing them? This is, I don't know. Let me look at this 40-man roster, guys. Let me pull up this 40-man roster. Take a look and
Cody did a good job, man. He was talking about it on our show, talking about the 5 guys I could give the good old heave-ho, as you say.
Oh, they should. Yeah, easily. Okay, so the 40-man roster, I mean.
Look at this. They're coming out of the woodwork. Jim Souza, welcome, man. Appreciate it. I used to look forward to Giants games. Lifelong fan, but now they're becoming almost unwatchable. Dan, I'm telling you, Jim, I don't know if you've been watching our show for a while, but we've been saying this for quite a while. We've seen this coming.
I'm just not a big fan of this roster. I don't know why people got so excited. It's like, I don't see it. Like, even their pitching in the 40-man roster, the guys they have to interchange, not that exciting. I mean, you got Nick Avila down there at AAA now, and you can move him. You got Jelly, who's up. Jeffries, he got sent back down, right? Yeah.
He got DFA'd.
They didn't DFA Jeffries, did they?
I don't think he has options, does he?
They just sent him back down.
I didn't think he had options. I thought he was up on a was he up on a minor league deal? I can't remember.
No, he can go up and down all year long.
He can. I thought they had to release him. I didn't think he had options. I could be wrong.
They already did, Eric. They started him and sent him back down, and then they brought him back up this past.
But I thought they put him on waivers and they picked him back up and put him back into minors, right? Isn't that what they did the first time? From San Diego?
He's on the 40 roster.
He is. Okay. Fair enough then.
Yeah.
I think this game gave me PTSD. Look, this is just ridiculous. Which one was more embarrassing? This one that was 13-3 or 14-3 or the 17-1?
When was the 17-1 game?
Remember, that was in San Francisco, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? I don't remember. There's just there's been a few of them. So their pitching options, they're burning them out. They're burning them out. And this is the problem. Keaton Wynn, Keaton Wynn and Jordan Hicks, the guys who have been doing well, are starting to show signs that maybe they're not going to be long-term answers in the starting rotation. I mean, everybody's going to have a bad outing now and then. Maybe Wynn bounces back. This road trip is now 1-4.
They're 1-4 right now.
So they have to win. They have to win the next 5 for you to be correct. 6-4.
Yeah, ain't happening.
I said 4-6, and I wanted to go 3-7, but I thought everybody in the chat would just scream bloody murder.
On Twitter 20 minutes ago, Giants are in scramble mode after injuries to catchers Patrick Bailey and Tom Murphy. This is SF Giants on NBCS.
You know what? Murphy, whatever. He's a guy that you
He's just a guy.
He was just a guy. That's why you had Bart. This is all on Farhan, in my opinion, because it's just showing that he paid a guy he didn't need to pay. He paid a guy he didn't need to pay. I think Joey Bart is younger, was cheaper, and you had him under control for years to come. You just couldn't send him down to the minors. And because
they didn't, whatever. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah. I mean, this is, I said a 14-18 or a 12-18 record. Remember?
Yeah.
I'm not too far off. They're 14-19.
Pretty damn close.
No, 15-19.
15-19.
Yeah. I'm not too far off. I think they're going to be, when they come home, I think they're going to be I think they're going to be 17-22. I don't know if I'm going to tomorrow's their best shot. I mean, Logan Webb will prove tomorrow if he's really the dude, because he's going to have to hold the Phillies to 2 runs or less.
Good luck.
That's what I mean.
Good luck.
Yeah. I think it's going to be I think it's probably going to be kind of like a
and here's the thing is
I think it's probably going to be like a 5-1, maybe 5-2 game Phillies.
Here's the thing is Sable's going to be catching. He's not going to be framing like Bailey does.
Right.
So Webb's not going to get those close strikes that he can with Bailey. It's going to be tough. What time's that game? If it's a Sunday night baseball, what time is it?
I don't know. Was it Sunday night? I hope not.
Also, are they calling for more rain tomorrow?
Let me look here. Shoot. Tomorrow's game is it is a 4:00 game. Got it.
So 1:00 our time?
No, 4:00 our time.
Oh, okay.
Shoot. I have company tomorrow at 2. I've got it. I guess I can watch it though. Yeah. So that means our show will be about 7. I was hoping to wake
You're not going to miss much. Not going to miss much.
I was hoping to wake up early in the morning to looking forward to watching the game. Shoot. So Webb is going tomorrow, national TV, against, how do you say his first name? Taiwan Walker?
Yeah, Taiwan Walker.
Walker's got an ERA of 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
He can be wild too. gives up some long balls. Let's take a look at the forecast for tomorrow. Phillies.
Aaron says, Dan, just say you have diarrhea and go to the bathroom and watch it on your phone and play the farting noises from your show. There you go. The way this team is playing, I don't think you have to pretend you have diarrhea. So,
Man, I'll tell you, Farhan signings so far, not Chapman, Soler, Chapman, Ahmed, Murphy, Snell, and Lee.
Lee's the only one.
Lee's playing good defense. His offense is
Dan, this is par for the course. He signed Henniger. He signed Stripling. He signed DeSclafani. He signed La Stella.
He signed Wood.
Right? He signed Wood. Look, this is not an aberration. This is something Farhan has been doing, and we keep saying it over and over, but people don't want to listen. Well, certain people don't want to listen. We're on to something here. We've been saying this for so long, but people just want to ignore it.
You know, Giants need to go out, and Marlins are in a sinking ship. They're rebuilding. Go get yourself Jazz Chisholm and put him in the leadoff spot.
It ain't going to happen. Not with Farhan. It ain't happening.
And play him at second base. And you can maybe trade Estrada for a piece, get something in return. Maybe the Marlins will take Estrada and one minor leaguer for Jazz Chisholm. It's not too far off. And put Jazz Chisholm at second base where he used to play. He could play center field, but get some speed, somebody who's not afraid to try and steal second base. Jung-Hoo Lee is not going to steal. They need some speed in this lineup and a left-handed bat. Chisholm's got some pop from the left side. And, you know, my whole thing was today, guys, was here's my deal if I'm the Giants. I'm waiting for some third baseman on a contending team to get traded, to get hurt and be out. Whether that's, I don't care if it's the Dodgers, the Padres, Yankees, you name it. I don't care who it is. Braves, whatever. Trade Matt Chapman now if you get the opportunity this year. Trade him, and, part of the deal, if he opts in, you'll pay half the salary if that's what it takes for next year. Put it in the deal that if he opts in, you're paying half the salary. Get rid of Chapman and get Schmidt up here. Get Ramos. Get Luciano. Get Matos. Trade Conforto. They need to go youth. My lineup was this. I would trade for Jazz Chisholm. Get some excitement. I'd have Chisholm leading off, second base. Jung-Hoo Lee, I bat him second because he can make contact, hit and runs, be pretty exciting. Third, I would go. Who did I have? Oh, let me look it up. I'll look it up on my phone because.
Still no bueno with the computer on Twitter?
No, I'm not even going to try. It's not. I'm putting in the right thing and it's not working. It irritates me. Okay, so here's my lineup, guys. Chisholm leading off. Jung-Hoo Lee, center field. Luciano batting third at short. Soler, you're probably stuck with Soler for a while. Frankly, he's not the problem. He is part of the problem, but he's not the biggest problem because he's a DH. He's not in the position field. Maybe he gets some other guys around him. You do all right. I put Wade at first behind him. So you got Chisholm lefty, Lee lefty, Luciano, Soler, Wade batting fifth, Ramos in right field batting sixth, Bailey catching batting seventh, Matos in left field batting eighth, and Schmidt. I think that's a lot more exciting team to watch than watching this team. Chapman's now got 6 errors, right?
6
errors in 34 games.
6 errors.
Chapman, he makes some dynamite plays. He can do it, but I'd start going young, man. This team's got too many old, slow guys that don't hit. Slow, old, and high K rates don't go well. I'm yeah, exactly. It'll never happen. I know that. In fact, I put that in my tweet, guys. Here's my tweet. I can't pull it up. I wanted to pull it up on here.
You want me to bring it up here? I can bring it up.
Yeah, you can bring it up. I can't bring up Twitter. There it is. You can bring it up.
All right.
Now people are starting to understand what I'm saying. Schmidt's a better option than Chapman.
Oh, here we go.
Exactly. Los, you got it. These aren't Johnny come lately thoughts.
This is the one right here, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
As I said on opening day, the San Francisco Giants will struggle to hit, and no one in their lineup scares anyone. The team lacks contact hitters, power, and speed, and Farhan continues to fill the roster with average to below average vets. Said it last year, and I'll say it again. Farhan's plan of roster shuffling is not sustainable. They have to find out if their youth can play or not. He gave up on Bart, and Ramos is out of options after this year. I would, at the first opportunity when a contending team loses a third baseman, try to trade Chapman. My fear in signing him was he would be awful and opt in further blocking Casey Schmidt. I would trade or release Slater, Yaz, or Conforto.
And Conforto. All 3.
Yep. Ahmed would be my late game defensive replacement at shortstop, and make Luciano your everyday shortstop. Ramos in right field, Matos in left field, known as Ratos, right? I would have traded Estrada and a couple of minor leaguers for Luis Arias to add another left-handed bat and a guy who gets on base. Now go do the same and get Chaz Chisholm, since Miami is selling. Of course, this type of plan will never happen until the Giants get a new GM. I'm with Mad Dog Russo. Farhan needs to go. And there's your lineup.
That's my lineup right there. Chisholm, Lee, Luciano. Yeah, you get Chisholm leading off. Guy can steal bases, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he's on second base, Lee can do his little rollover grounder to the right side, get him over to third, or he might not get a base hit. He's going to see better pitches. Lee is with Chisholm on base in front of him. Luciano is, it's debatable whether you put him third but you don't have. The problem is that they need even more. They need even more pop. They need a left-handed guy with some pop. Maybe Sable would be the answer on that. Maybe Sable becomes a guy that could do, but he's got to cut down on his strikeouts. But
here's the problem, though. Soler will still be in his woes because there's still no protection. There's no protection with Luciano and Wade.
Not much. No.
So Soler will still struggle. Maybe trade Soler as well.
If you could, I would. If you could trade Soler to a contender, man.
He's not on an exorbitant type of deal. It's
No, he's only
nothing
making
crazy.
$15 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's Atlanta's DH?
Good question.
That'd be a good lineup for him.
Yep. I'm sure somebody could use him. Yeah, but Soler cannot be in that lineup because he's just going to be a zero.
I know.
Look what he's doing now with,
Yeah.
A little bit better.
But Soler might get pumped up if he saw some young guys having some fun.
Maybe
he might have a little resurgence or something in him. Yeah. I mean, this is 2 years in a row that Farhan's guys that he signed are floundering. Now, can they turn it around? Yeah,
sure.
They can turn it around. Guys like Snell possibly can turn it around. Soler can turn it around. Who else was on that list? I mean, Lee and
Chapman.
I don't see Chapman. I don't see Chapman turning it around. I just don't.
Ahmed.
I don't see Ahmed turning it around. Estrada's he could. I don't see Ahmed. Asuna. Okay. Wow. Yeah, Matthew, thanks. So I don't know, maybe Soler. You could find something for him. I mean, we'll see. Giants, where are they at in the standings right now? Let's take a look here. I know that I feel like the Padres are going to take second place. I really do. They're just their lineup is. Have you seen their lineup?
No, I haven't.
Well, let me show you their lineup. They had interesting when I said about Machado being at third base. They got him in third base tonight. And so here is your San Diego Padres, who we don't care for their brown gold, but look at this lineup, guys. This is going to be a lineup that's going to contend. Arias leading off. He's already hitting 315. He's probably going to raise his average and finish the year at 330 plus. Tatis behind him. Then you have Cronenworth batting third. Machado batting fourth. Profar fifth. Bogart sixth. Jackson Merrill seventh. Camposano, the catcher, eighth. Hassan Kim 9. That's a lineup that's going to be score runs, okay? And you compare that to what the Giants throw out there, give me a break. Give me a break. Take a look at the standings here. Wild card. Giants are probably okay. Phillies now lead the division by a game and a half. But look at the Braves got a big cushion. Cubs got a pretty good cushion. Then the Padres, 3, Mets 4, Reds, Mets 1, 2, 3, all tied for the fourth spot. Then the Cardinals, then the Giants, and the Pirates. See, the Giants really only have 3 teams ahead of them. I mean, they're only ahead of 3 teams. I mean, the D-backs, Marlins, and Rockies. So I mean, it's so early. All this will change, but the problem is you don't want to get too deep. They're only 2 games off out of a wild card, so all is not lost. I'm not saying the season technically is far from over.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's just the way they've been playing. It's just they don't have it together, and it's 34 games in.
Yeah, and teams are going to do that. They're going to have periods where they do look like they're struggling, but these guys don't.
They've been struggling since the season began, though.
Yeah, and I don't see it changing a lot because of the lineup, Eric. The lineup doesn't. It's not like you've got guys like Mays and McCovey and Bonds and whatever, and they're all struggling, right?
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, they're going to be fine. They're just in a funk. They'll come around. It's, these guys are not going to come too much far off their numbers now.
That's a good point, because you got to go to the back of their baseball card, right?
Pull up the batting average, the box score for me.
Mm.
Let me know when you got it.
Almost there. All right.
All right. What is Soler batting?
Soler is batting .202.
Okay. Let's take a look at Soler's numbers. His lifetime batting average is .241. Okay. He's not changing a ton. Okay. Let's look at his floor, his worst season batting in the big leagues with, he hit 192 in 21. He hit 207 in 22. He's pretty close to his numbers. Some of his numbers. He's hitting 205 now. What was his average after tonight? 205?
202.
Okay, so it's lower now. Okay. So he's hit as high as 265 back in 2019 and 18. But for some reason, he's fallen. He had 269 in 21, but he was with the champion Braves, right? But he only hit 190. He only hit 192 in KC, though.
Mm-hmm.
So his totals, he only hit 223. So he hit well with the Braves because they were a mashing team, and he had a lot of protection around him. So he's in the 220 range. So again, not a ton of room for improvement. Let's look next at what's Matt Chapman's average right now.
Matt Chapman?
Yeah.
221.
His career average is 240.
Pretty close.
And let's look at his low for his floor. His ceiling was 278 once, and then he's never been above 250 since then. Since 2019, that was the highest, was 249, then 232, 210, 229, 240. See much room for growth there? Nope. Nick Ahmed, what's he hitting?
242.
Nick Ahmed career is 234. He's going to probably continue to drop as he's been dropping. Okay. His floor in his career is 212. 23 last year, didn't get too much. 231 the year before.
200. But that was only 75 players.
Yeah, I'm not counting. Even the 22 season, he only had 20.
2016, 28. There,
52 at bats. 21, 221.
Yep.
So again, not a lot of room. Who else is in the lineup right now that's struggling? Give me a name.
Tom Murphy. He's done.
Yeah.
Flores, 234.
Wilmer can hit, but he's not the answer. He's not going to play a ton.
Estrada, 254. That's kind of where he's at, right? Maybe a little bit higher.
He hit higher than that last year.
Slater, do you want to know Slater?
No, I don't. I don't give a crap.
Wade, 333.
Come on, Estrada. All right. What's Estrada batting average lifetime? 260. He didn't have a much track record, only a few years. 21 he played in 21, 270. Estrada's going to hit you 250 plus. He'll be fine. Okay. Who else is in there? Conforto.
Well, he didn't play today. So
yeah,
I don't know what he is. I don't have
what
box score. Just bring up his
he's
baseball
hitting
reference.
right now. He's hitting 250. His career batting average 253. Okay, what you getting? Okay, pretty much right there. That's what I thought. His on base percentage is a little higher this year. His slugging's a little higher. OPS plus. He'll probably stay fairly about where he is. What else? Yaz. How's that? Mike Yastrzemski.
227.
Career 240. Okay. I think I'm making my point, guys.
You've made your point. Yeah.
These guys aren't going to just all of a sudden take off and start all of them, hitting 275 plus for the rest of the season, and just 300, whatever. This is a team that is deeply flawed. I don't understand how anybody couldn't see it at the beginning of the season, how Farhan thought this was, a lineup he was going to throw out there. He built it, could tell it couldn't hit. It's beyond me. I mean, this is why you got to have a baseball man running the show, because a baseball man doesn't sit there and play with all these numbers. A baseball man can do the eye test and just, how often who cringes when you hear Farhan talk? Do you guys cringe? I cringe just hearing his voice. It's like, just shut up.
Yep.
The guy does, it's just like, oh my gosh. He's a nice guy, but he's way over his head.
He's over his head.
That's really all this is, guys.
He is. He's way over his head.
And who do you blame?
Ownership.
I
know who you're going with.
You're going to blame one particular guy. Okay. Can you bring up my circus music, please? Got it?
Yep. Ready?
Put it on. There you go, guys. That is the man that brought Farhan in, thought he knew was going to be this wonderful. Larry Baer thought he pulled the biggest heist by bringing in Farhan and getting rid of the Sabian tree. The Sabian, Bobby Evans, I can understand moving off of Evans in a way, but you went with a guy who has zero experience running baseball operations, had no.
Because he didn't do it in LA. It was Andrew Friedman.
Mm-hmm. So he had nothing at all. And he goes out and gets this guy. In fact, hold on here. We're going to do something here. Guys, we're going to have a little bit of history lesson here. Hold on, bear with me 1 second.
Where am I going here, guys? Can't find it. Not finding what I'm looking for. Oh, here we go. Hold on. One sec while I gotta proof this. I'm not being able to hear it for some reason. Okay. Bear with me while I messing around with some electronics here. I think what I'll do is I will go to one other spot and see if I can find it. One sec here. Typing away. See if I can find this. Man, it's not showing up. Oh, there it is. There it is.
What's up, Char Google?
Can we play something off YouTube?
Ooh, playing stuff off YouTube? Want to do it?
Let's see. Hold on here.
What are you trying to find?
See if it pops up here. Okay. It's only 53 seconds. I think we can do it. Let me open this up. Hopefully I'll get some sound. I'm not getting the sound. Can we play that?
Sure, I guess.
The first Major League Baseball game
You got
I
sound?
ever attended was
Yeah,
in
it does.
Candlestick Park in 1987. So
Shoot.
to kind of come full circle here today is pretty special.
I can't hear it for some reason.
I always
on
viewed
my
the
end.
Giants as a team that played the game the right way, that had won championships and understood what it meant to get over
Mercedes.
that final hurdle and get all the way to the finish line in a season. Having unselfish players, having team first players, that's something that I always admired about this team. Everything this area stands for,
Who's that?
socially, historically, politically, the Bay Area's tradition is something that's really special to me. Being in school at Cal and coming out to AT&T Park when it first opened, what a special place.
I wanted to hear
AT&T
Larry
Park when it
Bear's,
first opened, what a special place this still is. The challenge of coming to such a storied organization and entering a new chapter, having this level of responsibility for that. I mean, what a privilege that is.
There's the clowns. All right. I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I think that was Ray Ratto, Mitchell. Yeah, I saw it too. The back of Ray Ratto.
What I wanted to hear was the Larry Bear explaining why they hired him, but I couldn't find it. It was all about revamping the farm system and the analytics that we're going to get more in line with today's game. And
Hold on,
all
let me
that.
see something. It may be text though.
But
I'm
can
sure
you-
there's- I'll find
Yeah.
something.
Heroku said, "Why are we watching Eric with a shaved head?"
Hey, 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 hey. Simmer down.
Oh man,
Trying to do some work here.
cryptic trader. That's about right. Farhan and his analytics.
Let's see who this is here.
Yeah, more catnip. I agree. Eric, do you agree?
I'm reading. What's up?
Do you agree with that that chat?
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
Make the show something.
Oh, the show is something.
I know, but make it a little bit more entertaining. Come on. 10
Hold on,
runs.
where is this?
10 runs. 10 runs. Eric. 10 runs.
No way.
Golly, where's your Oh man, take one for the team, wouldn't you? Hey, Chardal, if the Giants score a run tomorrow.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Chardal, if the Giants score a run tomorrow, you can do the show. Kidding. 10 runs it is. Char Google goes on show if Giants win tomorrow.
Oh, brother, this will make you vomit.
Will you shave your eyebrows if Farhan gets fired?
No.
How about their head? It would grow back so quick. If Farhan got fired, come on.
I'm not gonna shave my head if he gets fired, man. I'll be having a celebration. What are you talking about?
So will we. And then we'll be laughing if you shave your head. We don't want to laugh at Farhan getting fired. We want to laugh at you. We don't want to laugh at a man's demise.
Listen to this. It's from MLB.
Yeah.
Giants president, chief executive office, Larry Baer said he was fascinated by the profile Zaidi delivered on certain players during his initial interview last Sunday,
That's your boy.
which was originally scheduled to last 2 hours, but grew to 6.5 hours. Some of them were scouting based. Bullshit. Some of them were analytics based. Right on the money. Some of them are based on recommendations from other players, Baer said. Moreover, Baer was told by someone about Zaidi during the process. He loves scouting. He loves listening.
Who's he scouting?
He loves players. He has the highest integrity possible. And he's super competitive. You put that together and it's a pretty good combination.
Yeah. Super competitive. For what? 4th place?
That's what Baer said.
Yeah. Bear.
Baer.
Say bear.
Baer.
There you go. It's not like the aspirin Bayer.
Baer.
Larry Excedrin. Larry Bayer. Larry Bayer. No, Larry Bear.
Of course, Baer said that no role has been defined for Brian Sabian. The Giants baseball czar from the previous 20 said Baer. Imparter of wisdom. How's that? What?
Parter of wisdom. Yeah.
Imparter of wisdom. Oh, here we go. Whether he considered them potential contenders or in the need of a couple of rebuilding years, our goal is to play meaningful baseball as deep into the season and as soon as we can. Enough.
Well, go back real quick. I want to see that sentence about Bochy. Might not be take too kind to being used. A brief but welcoming telephone conversation he had with manager Bruce Bochy. It has been speculated that Bochy might not take too kindly to Zaidi's reported tendencies to usurp the manager's role of naming each day's line. I told you he's been naming this lineup. He did it all through Kapler's reign. Zaidi downplayed any possible conflict. I want somebody who feels empowered to make those decisions. Zaidi said anything that's under the purview of the manager has final say, period. Not with Kapler.
But yet they fired old like half of the scouts.
Yeah, I thought because so Farhan could go do the scouting. He loves to scout. How's Farhan's scouting doing?
Unbelievable, man.
Farhan's out there scouting.
Kilt. He's a liar. And how many times have I said that? Remember?
Yeah, you said it. I'm going to go get me some of my little red, since we're talking about Larry Baer. I'm going to go get me some red bears.
Fair enough. Kilt, I've been saying that for so long. He's a liar. Period. Liar. And that's just, I'm not just saying that. Look at what he said and look what he has done. That makes you a liar. That's what he's done. But no one's holding him accountable. That's the problem right now. And I think it goes to Kilt. It goes to your other problem, talking about what type of leadership is Greg Johnson illustrating here. Not very good leadership, I think.
Little sprouts tonight.
The hell is that? Tomatoes?
Like bulk candy. Look at that. Larry Bear.
The hell is that? A gummy? Don't careful taking that. You might be marching in your room in your underwear again.
No, these are red. You ever had the red gummies? The bear gummy bears?
I've heard gummy bears, but not the.
They're like
not those
fire.
ones.
They're fire.
Oh, cinnamon. Nice.
Yeah.
But again, here's the problem, because the giantship, the ownership, granted, Greg Johnson is majority of the owner. You got 7 people making decisions as far as the board is concerned. You got 33 actual owners. How do you get anything done? Is his hands tied? Dan, let me ask you this. Is it possible that Greg Johnson could may want to make changes, but maybe he's hampered to a certain extent? Or can he just do it? I mean, he's not like a Steinbrenner to where whatever he says goes, right? He's got to get permission from the board, doesn't he?
There's a board that votes, but I don't know if he has final say or not.
That's what I'm saying. Is there a final say? And that may be an issue. Maybe he wants to get rid of him, but majority of the board may say, no, we want to keep him for whatever reason.
I still go back to the Is that chewing?
No, it's not that bad. Oh, real quick, did Susan ever respond to your signing the contract?
You kidding? No way. I still think that the fact that it came out on the pregame show with Mad Dog on Friday, that's not an accident. I'm sorry. I mean, what a better way to go get a Giants fan, nationally known, maybe as well known in baseball circles media.
You know what?
As well as anybody. And they ask him a setup. They talk about throwing a beach ball in to the batter. I mean, on a tee for Mad Dog to say, if I'm the owner, you're talking to the owners. You're talking to the owner. The Giants own part of NBC Sports Bay Area, right?
Yep.
You following me?
Tracking.
And they bring the guy, and he says, if I'm the owner, that's not good enough. He's got to go. Come on. Come on. And then they posted on Twitter. They doubled down, Eric.
Yep. Here we go. Don't take our word for it here, guys.
How would you evaluate?
There you go.
Yep, there we go. Here we go. Here we go.
How would you evaluate how Zaidi's done so far? Do you believe in his vision for the Giants?
Well, the Giants have been a very interchangeable team. He's been there now 5 years. How many good years has he had? 1, correct?
Right.
Yeah, 2021.
Okay. Now, if I'm on the radio, I have 1 good year. Am I getting a new contract?
Nope.
If you're a manager of a baseball team and you're there for 5, Belichick was in Cleveland. Belichick. He playoff here. What'd they do? They fired him. That's Bill Belichick. Zaidi is not Bill Belichick. So, and they had Brady. Eventually, you got to win. So I don't think there's any. Listen, Kapler, to me, got a raw deal. I didn't love Kapler's hiring, but he got a raw deal. Everybody loves Melvin. Bay Area, good manager, managers of the year. We have no issues with Melvin. But You're a general manager of a baseball team, and he's in a big market. He's not with Kansas City. He's not in Tampa. He's in a big market. Is it his? And Judge didn't take his money? Didn't take the Giants? Probably not. But he's been here for 5 years. They've had one good season. If I'm owning the team, that's not enough. Now, when is his contract up? Didn't he get signed a 2-year extension before the year began?
He did, yeah. Him and Bo Mel both did.
Well, Melvin is the so I guess they figured since they got Melvin a contract, they had to hire the GM for an extra 2 years too. I mean, I'll let you guys answer the question. No,
that's what we're asking you.
I'll do this way. If I was if I was the owner of the San Francisco Giants and the GM with a big payroll has had one good year, and is this year 5?
It's year 6.
This is year 6.
He would not be running my team anymore. Sorry, I'm not doing it. I got to have more than 1 year, and he's got 2 more years. Does he have a job for life? I mean, my goodness. Do you think? Now look at it this way. Do you think that we were screaming about Brian Cashman with the Yankee fan last year, and Cashman's won World Championships, and the Yankees are in the playoffs every year, and everybody still thought the Yankees maybe shouldn't have rehired him, and that's Cashman.
Oh, man. Farhan would have been, if he was GM of anybody on the East Coast, New York, Philadelphia, Boston, fired. What did Boston do recently? Is Eric muted?
I'm here.
Didn't know if you were there.
Just wanted to bring this up because Russo talks about winning records, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 2019 was his first year, right? Talking about Zaidi?
Yep.
Team played 475 ball. 2020, whatever, 483. But whatever, they played 60 games. 2021, they played 660. There's your winning season. 2022, they played 500. 2023, they played less than 500. And currently right now they're playing 455. So there you go. One season. That's what he's talking about. But yet they gave him an extension based on these 2 years, right? I guess all they're doing is looking at 2021. They're not looking at 2022, 2023, or even 2019.
How long did Chaim Bloom run the Red Sox?
Oh, how long? He ran it for a while, didn't he?
Nope.
I can't remember. When did he get hired?
I'm pulling it up right here.
He got fired last year, right?
Yep. I think he started the same time Farhan did.
You know what? I think you're right. But the Red Sox, they got rid of him.
Press release. Wait a minute. Hold on, reading this. Okay, here we go. Yes. You can read it right there. Bloom right here was named.
Oh, was named in 2019.
Same time as Farhan, about the same, just weeks before. He has worked in baseball and blah, blah. Okay, so they kept him 5 years. What did the Red Sox, how many winning seasons did the Red Sox have?
Let's take a look.
I think it was 1 or 2.
Let's see what we got here. And what year? 2019 to what? 2023?
It would have been the 2020 season. He was hired in 19.
So 2020.
He actually owned only 4 years. 2020.
So he had one winning season
in 4 years.
In 4 years.
Let him go. And they let him go.
Yep.
Because he started a year ahead of or a year after Farhan.
Okay.
And what year was he had the winning season?
2021.
What was their record?
568. They were 92-70.
'21 season.
Yep. 92-70.
So 1-4, 25%.
Fired.
And they showed him, yep. But then again, it's a different ownership, right? Isn't it pretty much one owner?
They've got a group in Boston.
Is it a group? How many?
I don't know. I mean, but you know, they got a rich history, and they don't want to.
No, they don't. Yeah, exactly. He wasn't producing, and if you don't produce, you're shown the door.
Spencer Stewart says, "Wife beater Bear and his ownership only care about Mission Rock."
There's some truth to that. I mean, just look at that broadcast of their last homestand.
Yeah.
Pretty damn pathetic. Pretty damn pathetic.
Live Insurance says this will be the worst year under Farhan. This team could be a 70-win team because it may implode. It has the potential. I have seen teams with so-called expectations, high expectations, completely implode within, because happens all the time in sports. Happens all the time. I mean, who are some of the teams that, the Warriors, for example, this year, didn't meet expectations.
Nope. But you think they're going to make changes?
On the team, yeah.
The team, but not, yeah.
No, Kerr's a proven winner.
Which I understand.
The Lakers went to the conference championship last year. This year got knocked out first round of the playoffs, got fired, the coach, yesterday. That's what successful franchises, they have expectations.
Here's a question for you, Dan, and maybe for the chat as well. Do you think anyone on the team or within the organization prior to we'll say maybe in spring training, during spring training, prior to, was there anyone that advocated for Casey Schmidt to play third base? Or do you think they were all in on Chapman from the very get-go?
Before they signed Chapman?
Before they signed Chapman. Was there anyone advocating that you think for Casey Schmidt?
No.
No one. I'm talking about in the organization.
No.
Do you think it was all Chapman from the get-go?
I think it was J.D. Davis or Chapman. I don't think they were giving Schmidt. I think they, I think
Will Clark says a live insurance.
Maybe Will, but
Matt Williams was high on Schmidt. I don't know. You watched that video. There's a video that just came out in the SF Giants, and Matt Williams was speaking glowingly of Matt Chapman, which I understand. I mean, you're backing your guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think
yeah, good point, Kilt. Chapman and Melvin were schmoozing at the GM meetings in November. Then everyone literally got diarrhea. Yeah.
I mean, Farhan was all over Chapman too. He wanted Chapman. I wonder if there was people in the organization though that wanted Stephen Boat.
Do you think? I think it, but it was, for me, it seemed like it was Melvin from the get-go. Just because of what's happened in San Diego the last couple of years. Right? It just seemed like a foregone conclusion it was going to be Melvin.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Melvin's the issue.
I don't think so either.
I mean, he's got to be frustrated. You got, man, these are cinnamon or fire.
Get your nose running.
No.
Far gone conclusion. That's pretty good, Carlo.
I think I'm going to put the odds that the Giants don't make the playoffs. I'm going to put the odds that he gets the axe higher than. I'm going to say there's an 80% chance he gets fired if they don't make the playoffs.
Think so, huh?
Yeah. And if it continues on this trend where they play crappy most of the year, oh, he's got to go. You can't bring him back after all the guys he signed.
See, where I'm worried is they could have fired him easily this last offseason, and they still brought him back.
I don't.
And
That was
still
that
brought
was
him
dumb.
back.
He
still brought him back.
He looked like he was sweating it for a little bit.
Oh, it looked like it was. We were wondering when that other axe was going to fall, but it never did.
I would have that was the perfect time. They wimped out. And I think I wonder if they have second thoughts. And that's why that Mad Dog interview on the pregame show, it wasn't on some off day. It was on a pregame show at the beginning of the
Boston
second month of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me that isn't.
There is something to it, I think, Dan. I think you might be right.
I mean,
because I found it weird. The biggest thing is, you're putting it up on Twitter, that specific little segment of the entire pregame.
Yeah, you put that out on Twitter from NBC Sports Bay Area. It wasn't like, oh, wait a minute, we didn't expect him to say that. Don't let that out, man. Cut. Get that. You got something in my ear right here. Okay. All right, Eric, pretend you're the producer of the show.
All
and
right.
I'm Laura Britt here, and Mad Dog's going off on what's he been here 5 years? And what you're and you're the producer. What are you saying?
End it now, quickly. Get it out of there.
Hey, Mad Dog. Thank you for really appreciate your thoughts on this situation. And, I shouldn't have asked you that question. I'm sorry.
That's very interesting.
Oh, man. No, I'm not hot enough to be Laura Britt. That's true.
That is quite interesting there.
I mean,
and they kept it, as you said, they're keeping it up there.
I could be Carlos. Hey, Carlos. Carlos. Yeah. Now, serious. You not only let that go in the pregame, which none of us saw. Some people watched it, of course, but if you're not watching it, all of a sudden,
not everyone's going to see it on Twitter.
Exactly. So they doubled it. They doubled down on the thing, and it's all about Farhan. The subject is Farhan. It's not Mad Dog.
Nope.
Mad Dog's the messenger. The subject is Farhan he ain't on my team. He ain't running my team.
He should be fired. He's saying Farhan should be fired.
He says 5 years? No, it's not good enough. He wouldn't be running my team. And they play it again. And that is out there now continuously to be seen and looked at.
You know what?
And
I gotta see some.
You know what? Here's a wild prediction. You want to hear a wild prediction? If the Giants go 3-7 on this road trip, you hearing me?
I'm hearing you. 3-7.
3-7. They come home 5 under. They come in, lose 2 of 3 to Cincinnati, get swept by LA.
Oh.
And all of a sudden they're 10 under. And the Giants continue to fail at hitting the ball. And they get swept at home. Could we see the axe fall on Farhan?
That may be a possibility. If they lose the series against Cincy and they get swept by LA,
and they don't finish this road trip well,
and they finish this World Trip 3-7, yeah,
and all of a sudden they're like 23-33.
And that's what you're getting in the middle of March now, right?
No, we'd be
actually towards the end or May. I mean,
we'd actually be in May, Eric.
Yeah, that'd be actually it'd be getting close to the end of May, actually, at that point, right?
Mid-May. Yeah,
by the time the series are earlier. By the time that when's the last game for the Dodger series?
I'll tell you right now, it would be May 15th.
Oh, right in the middle. There you go.
I mean, would you, if you lost 2 of 3 against Cincy, which is very possible. Let's see, Webb is pitching Sunday. So Webb will pitch the opener Friday night.
Against Cincy?
Yeah, then he will go 1, 2, 3, and he will pitch the final game against the Dodgers. So
yeah, his last game against the Dodgers didn't fare too well.
Yeah. But if that were to happen, Will Martinez says if they get swept by the Phillies and Rockies, I could see some shakeups happening. If they went on a seriously, if they lost
swept,
if they got lost 7 in a row, and then they came home, ooh, I think the Dodgers are going to come in here and smack them because it's going to be a Giants. It's going to be a Dodgers crowd. It's
going to be all blue in that stadium.
It's going to be the majority Dodger fans, and you're going to be pitching their 4th starter, 5th, and then Webb. Let's see. What did I say they would do with Snell? Remember I said they'd rest him about 7 days and then he'd start throwing?
Mm-hmm.
And it's exactly what's happening. And now you watch, I bet he starts on, I bet he throws a minor league game on Monday. Just a hunch. He throws a minor league game on Monday, and then he throws his next minor league game on.
Hold on, let's look at the Sacramento River Cats because you think they'll have him go on the road to pitch?
Yeah, I think he pitches Monday wherever that's just.
I'm gonna look at the schedule.
What was that?
Let's see. Where are they playing? They're playing away right now, right? Or are they playing home?
I think they're home.
Okay, they don't play on Monday. They never play on Monday. So Tuesday at Salt Lake for 5 games. No, for 6 games.
Yeah, they do 6-game series in AAA a lot.
Then they come home on May 14th.
I could see him pitching.
Do you think they'd want to pitch him in Salt Lake? The ball freaking flies. I mean, granted, they don't care probably.
They don't care. He's just getting his mechanics.
Right.
And then I could see him pitching maybe the 2nd game or 3rd game, and then he comes and pitches one more in the following week, and then I could see him joining up with the Giants in Pittsburgh, starting in Pittsburgh around the 21st, 22nd.
As long as there's no setbacks of any sort.
Yeah, they're going to get him a couple starts in the minors, and so yeah, he could pitch at San Jose too. Yeah, Mystic Dan.
Oh, that's right, they can. Yep.
Mystic Dan was the winner today in the Kentucky Derby. The 3-horse, unbelievable. Just a photo finish. So that
German Rottweiler, Fire Farhan. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think. I mean, just today, Dan, I've seen a lot of people in the chat. Haven't seen them in the chat before saying the same thing we've been saying. I think they're finally seeing the light. This isn't the way.
Well, you gotta oh, Max. Jeez. A lot of these people on this Crook and Kite Facebook group, the Giants, there's a couple guys on there that they don't like it if you get critical. Oh my goodness. Dan, can you bet on your house on your horse, Dan? Bet the house on Mystic Dan. I got a winner, but didn't pick two horses, 1-2 to come in first and second, and they did. The 3-horse and the 2 did. So, but I didn't know much about it. That was all Lou Marston and Terry Edson and my brother that knew all the, they had the horses that they were pulling for.
Senior says Tuesday at 11:30 they play in San Jose. I bet he pitches there. Yeah, maybe. He might.
He might, because he would pitch right after Webb to stay on the, if you want to put him in the rotation. Yeah. Yeah, I see him coming off the IL. Either the last part of the homestand against Colorado, or I think they want to put him on the road so he doesn't have a bad outing and get booed at Oracle.
Mm.
Give him a chance to get together. So yeah, if this team could hit, Eric, they would be able to put together an 8-10 game winning streak and get right back in it because of the pitching. But because they can't hit, I don't think they win any more than 6 games. I think 6 is hey, speaking of 6-game winning streaks, do you know who has a 6-game winning streak right now?
Is it Philly?
No. Who has a 6-game winning streak?
Let's see. Streak. 3, 2, no, 1, 2, 1, 12.
Whoa, the Twins?
Twins?
I haven't been paying attention to the
Twins. Whoa, Dad. 12.
Wow. That means they were 7-13. Look at that. But
holy crap.
Who has a 6-game winning streak?
Keep going. The Oakland A's. Look at that.
6 games.
And look at their run differential.
Wow. The A's are 500.
The Carlos Correa's twin. Yeah. The Carlos Correa twins.
Phillies getting hot. Dodgers, I think, have won like 8 of 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 8 of 10. They've won 3 in a row. They're starting to put the distance in. Hold on here. Dodgers are on pace right now to win. What's their winning percentage? 629. Yeah, they're on pace to win about 102 games.
Whew.
And that will only go up. That'll only go up. Phillies are on pace to win even more. So, whereas the Giants are on pace to win Giants are on pace. You know what the Giants are on pace to win?
What is it?
72 games.
That's the pace right now, huh?
Yeah.
Woo. Woo.
But Robert says they'll be fine.
Yep. You know who I haven't seen the last 2 nights? Our buddy.
Robert?
No.
Giovanni?
Yes.
He doesn't want to come in here and get smacked around? But
man.
Dan picked to win this. What was it the other day? Dan picked
the Mets to win the series.
Yeah, or whatever, or something. Yeah. Yeah, Los, you got it. Funny when Giants face teams that can hit and score more than 4 runs, they're sunk. They don't scare anyone if they make the playoffs, not as is. Yeah, and Los, they're not making the playoffs as is. As
They won't make the no.
We all called it. They wouldn't make the playoffs as is because the lineup can't hit.
The lineup right now is. I mean,
when you put that much pressure on your off pitching, because you got to put a lot of pressure on your pitching when you can't score runs.
And you know what? Arguably your best hitter right now, and Patrick Bailey, is on the shelf for another week. So what are you going to do? Who's going to step up?
Yeah.
Los. Giovanni is Italian for Max Rosito.
Yeah. Look at what Will says here. Haven't seen all the Matt Chapman fans who came after me at the start of the season. They have all disappeared. They owe me an apology. Oh, man, that's,
there is ebbs and flows in the season, but right now there's more ebbs. There's a lot more ebbs. That's what it has been, an ebb.
Yeah. I don't see Chapman. Yes, as it warms up, he'll have some days where he hits the cover off the ball and he gets a hot streak for Chapman would be like 8 of 22. He's 8 for his last 22 with 3 homers. But he isn't going to carry that for long. I think as he ages, he's going to get worse at the plate.
Does it look like he can't catch up to the fastball? Because it seems like a lot of times he's getting blown by with the fastball.
Yeah, I'd say
the bat speed might be slowed down a tad.
Yeah, give it these young guys, man.
That's what happened with Crawford. He couldn't catch up to the fastball.
Yeah, it starts in the 30s.
Yeah,
it starts in the 30s. Your reflexes get a little slower, yeah. I don't know, guys. What do you think? You know what? I'm tired of talking. Throw the link out there before we close this thing.
You already know who's coming. You already know who's coming.
Get somebody in here to close this show out. I got to keep sneezing. Good old mute button is nice.
Yes.
I always have 3 sneezes in me, so I'll have one more. I think it's that cinnamon, man, like you said.
Yeah, it gets things flowing. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I'm going to check out. I'm going to go get some tissue. I thought my tissue box is empty. I'll bring it in here. And when I come back in, I think I know who's going to be in here.
All right, guys, the link's out there. So anyone wants to join the show before we close it down, go for it. If you guys come in, you could talk about tomorrow's game. Give us some predictions about tomorrow's game. Take it easy, Rocks.
Nobody here.
Nope. Not yet.
I guess
We may have to throw out the phone line tomorrow. If they lose tomorrow, that's 3 in a row they lost.
Bring out the phone lines.
You might have to bring it out. There might be a lot of disgruntled Giants fans that might want to come and air their grievances.
Candy was too spicy. I got to check Marty's.
You got to go put it out there. Put it out there. So, what do you think, Dan? Tomorrow, I think you already said you think it's going to be a 5-2 game for the Phillies.
4 or 5-2.
So it's going to be the normal lineup out there, right? Because it's a righty going. There'll be Yaz and Conforto and
Sable behind the dish.
Wade will start at first.
Let me see if I can pick the lineup tomorrow.
What's the weather? Let me look.
Check the weather.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
I pull it up right here.
Oh, go for it. Yeah. You should be able to do the hour by hour.
Yeah. Philadelphia.
I thought they were calling for a rain all weekend.
Okay. Rain possible after 6 a.m. Sunday. Oh, that I'm not upgrading. Daily. Sunday, 69% of rain. Sunday, cloudy. Some light rain is likely. Winds 5 to 10. Chance of rain 70%. Sunday night, which the game starts Sunday night at 7 there.
Okay.
Cloudy with occasional rain showers. 50% chance of rain. Let me see if I can get to the hourly here.
Kelt, you're onto something. Webb may get ambushed in the first inning. Yeah, he tends to happen to Webb. He gets ambushed in that first inning.
All right. The only thing I have here is it only goes up to 6 o'clock. So it's saying 70% chance of rain or 72% from noon to 3, drops to 65% at 4, 46% at 5, 45% at 6. So it's probably going to slow down, field will be covered until probably 5 o'clock. Yep. They'll probably try and take the tarp off, and then we'll see if they get it in. Yeah.
Do you think they started on time? Do you think they wait a little bit?
I don't know. They'll probably try and start it on time for national TV.
Oh, you're right. National TV. Yep. Good point.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Let's bring in Los and we'll talk about the game tomorrow.
Barracuda.
What's up, Los?
The call goes to the bullpen. Bring in the righty.
What do you think, Los? You think the Giants win tomorrow, or you think
Nope.
more of the same?
Nope. More the same. 7-3 tomorrow. 7-3.
7-3.
I have got 5-2 or 4-2, but that's I think I think that Webb.
I don't even know who's pitching tomorrow. Webb.
Taiwan Walker
and Webb. I think Webb goes 6 innings, gives up 3 runs, and maybe they're going to ask Webb to go 7 tomorrow. They want Webb to go 7.
Webb will be fine. He'll hold them down a little bit. It's when that bullpen before Doval comes in.
Here's the question.
It's going to get to 7 runs.
Can Webb go 7 with Sable behind the dish? Because he's not going to get the calls like DeBailey does.
Yeah, it is true. Oh, by the way, happy 4 de Mayo. It's not quite.
Oh, that's right.
4 de Mayo today. 4 de Mayo.
Speaking
of, I thought today was May the 4th be with you, wasn't it? May the 4th be with
you're
you.
Right. You're right.
Speaking of Cinco de Mayo.
What, Morrow? What the hell?
Tomorrow.
Cinco de Mayo.
I was thinking of tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Same time as Cinco. We have a birthday tomorrow on Cinco de Mayo here at the Coach Emilio household. Whose birthday is it?
I'm guessing it's Buster's. Yeah.
Everybody, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Buster.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I knew he had some Mexican in him.
Yeah. Buster, birthday is tomorrow. Buster, the Giants going to win tomorrow? Hey, Buster. Giants going to win tomorrow? Buster, stand up if the Giants are going to win tomorrow. Hey.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout tomorrow, but the Phillies did lose Trey Turner, so that,
Yeah, that's the 6th guy to go on the IL for my team. 6.
That's rough.
Boy, I've never been hit this hard, but I'm still hanging around in 4th place because my pitching's keeping me alive.
Nice.
Buster will be 7 tomorrow, Spencer. 7.
All right.
So,
Buster, Philly
they're tough, man.
They hit the ball well in their home ballpark. I don't care who's pitching. So Webb's obviously a ground ball pitcher. He's going to have to have the sinker going tomorrow. Otherwise, it's going to be a long day.
Boy, that's crazy that this game. The rain is. Are they supposed to have rain all weekend there in Philly?
That's what it looked like.
Even Monday? Let me look at Monday. Monday.
That's true, Eddie.
No, Monday's nice. No, wait, that's Sun City. Hold on. That's Sun City West. That's home. Those East Coast storms, man, and they just Monday is not too bad. 24% chance of rain.
They're playing early, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, they go early on Monday. They're I think Monday we get a game time here at wait a minute. 1:05? They're not playing till 4:05, and then they got to fly out of there like at 8:00
and play the next night in Colorado.
Play it in Colorado. Jeez, they won't get into Colorado until
late.
You gain a couple of hours, but you're still you're still getting in about midnight.
Yep.
I'm surprised that the game is not a 1:00 game on Monday. But you know what? It's no holiday. It is Cinco de Mayo, but it's not a holiday where people get a day off work. So they have to play. They're playing a 1:00. So they're having a 4:00 start in Philly instead of a 1:00 start. Interesting.
Have you ever bet against the team that basketball or baseball that they played the night before, either double overtime in basketball or 17 innings in baseball, and they got to fly the next day, and they're just drop dead tired? Like, that's nothing in betting is a sure thing, but that's a pretty good one right there.
It's a real good one.
That's a pretty good one. I mean, humans are going to get tired. It's just fact.
Let me see. There hasn't been no news on Murphy other than he heard a pop, right? Let me see. I'm looking to see if there's anything.
Giants in scramble mode.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, they're going to have trouble in Colorado too. Don't laugh at
I know
Colorado,
they are.
because Colorado, I mean, for the Giants to beat Colorado, they're going to have to score 5-6 runs or more.
Yep.
Even with the Giants pitching, that ballpark is a complete hitter's box. So, yeah, this could get.
And if
really
the Giants
ugly.
can't hit in Colorado, you're talking about some really, really big problems.
This may be the thing that we get guys moving. Really, if they cannot hit in Philadelphia and Colorado, two of the biggest, easiest ballparks to hit in, if this continues, there's going to be a lot of noise, and maybe finally some guys will come up.
How many home runs have the Giants hit in both in Boston and Philly so far? I think it's only 2. Is it 2 or 3?
Yeah.
I take it back. It's 3.
Yeah, hit one.
Tom Murphy hit one over to Monster.
Yeah.
Yaz hit one in right field.
Yeah.
And then Flores today. I don't think they hit one yesterday, right? No. Weren't they? Wasn't it shutout yesterday? Can't remember.
Whew. Wow.
They were shut out yesterday.
I bet you Farhan tries to find another veteran catcher.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. They're talking about maybe good old.
What did the Padres give up for Arias? Prospects?
Yeah, prospects. All prospects.
Kurt Casale's in AAA right now.
Yeah, they talked about that on the Twitter. Yeah.
And Austin Wynns is playing for the Reds AAA affiliate.
Yep.
I bet he goes after Casale.
I think they'll just go get Reitz.
No, he's getting Reitz. Reitz is up tonight. He's on a plane.
Oh, yeah.
Reitz is on the same red-eye flight that Sable took last night. But he's temporary.
Mm-hmm. True.
Everything the Giants do is temporary.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's just their MO right now. There's just nothing long term. It's just
they don't think things through
not
at all. Catchers is one of the positions that every team has a catcher go on the IL. Almost every team, all the time. It's a position that's so subject to injury. Why you didn't keep Joey Bart and start playing him at first base and getting him reps at first base, I would have kept. I would have just kept. I would have kept Joey Bart if I'm going to carry three catchers. I mean, to have three catchers, and I would have probably been able to move off of Wilmer Flores, who had a good contract, where you could get a pretty decent player for Wilmer Flores. You probably could have got a really good middle of the relief pitcher for Flores. You could have got somebody, maybe a minor leaguer who had some upside. Maybe you could have got somebody with speed, just a different type of player. You just got to shop and find the needs. I mean, you guys do it. We all do it in fantasy, right? You look at people's roster and you go, what do they need? What do I need? And you kind of find a fit. I mean, Farhan doesn't know how to do that. Come on. It's like I told you guys in the very beginning of this year that the Marlins were going to sell. There was rumors out there that Arias could be had. Remember? We talked about it in the season. And what does Farhan do? He probably didn't even know he was available. And if he thought he was available, he probably thought, well, I can't go get him now. The trade deadline's it starts in July, doesn't it? I mean, isn't AJ Preller always going out and getting his guys early?
Doesn't mean you have to wait until the deadline to pull a trade. You can trade before, just not after, Farhan. Maybe read page 3 of your manual. You can make trades before the deadline, not after. It's okay.
So if that's the case, Farhan, and you realize now that AJ Preller has loaded up and he's got a DH that's going to win the batting title, and he's going to hit 330, and he's going to lead off, and he's in the same division as you, and he's fighting for one of the wild card spots. There's only 2 wild card spots available, Farhan. There is 3 technically, but one of them's already taken by either Philadelphia or Atlanta.
Yep.
Okay, so there's 2 spots left, and one of the teams that you're competing against has a much better lineup than you. Has Luis Arias, Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts,
Hassan Kim,
Jake Cronenworth, Jackson Merrill, Jerkson Profar. Need we continue? The list goes. Camposano. Do you realize that the Giants, I bet you Arias, how many RBIs he wouldn't shock me if he has more RBIs than the leading Giants RBI hitter.
Let me take a look.
I was just going to say, while Eric's looking that up, off the top of your head, how much do you think Soler makes per year? How much do you think Arias makes per year?
Arias makes less than Soler. Soler makes 15. Arias makes about 12, I think, 10 or 12.
And this is what we bring up all the time, where GMs and where baseball values players.
Dan, only 5.
Oh, only 5 RBIs?
Yeah.
So a guy like Soler will hit you 25, maybe in a good year, 30 bombs. He'll hit about 210 to 225. Arias will hit you at worst about 310, 300, score runs, and he'll drive in maybe just as – here's the thing that's funny. If they play the same amount of games, I bet you Arias drives in close to as many runs as Soler does. And Soler is a middle-of-the-order guy. You know why? Because like I always say, RBIs are just not only done by home runs. Singles to drive in guys from second and third and sacrifice flies count as RBIs.
That's right. Miami's paying all of Arias' contract too. They got. I like this comment by Alive Insurance. He does not want the Giants to get a wild card because it will slow down the rebuilding that the Giants need to do now. Exactly. I'm saying the same thing. And if you guys, so when the Giants lose, I don't get disappointed. I kind of like, I told you guys this the other night on the show. I want them to win 90 games and make the playoffs and show that they're progressing and moving forward, or I want them to lose 90 games. I do not want the Giants to finish anywhere right around the 500 mark. I want them to fail miserably or have success. No middle ground. I am sick of the middle. Pick a lane. Pick a lane. Right now, Farhan is constantly trying to, he goes back and forth between the slow lane and the middle lane. He doesn't ever get into the fast lane. He thought he was getting into the fast lane with the guys, but he bought a lot of cars that were kind of old mileage, and some of these cars kind of don't have a very good engine in them. And Soler is I'm not going to get on the Soler signing to the point because I was for it. But I was also talking to you when I said go sign Soler. I was also saying go sign Bellinger and Hoskins, if you recall. Was I not?
Yep.
Okay. And why would I want all 3 of those guys? Because there's protection now.
Protection in the lineup, yeah.
There's no protection in this lineup with just Soler in there. Soler is
he's very streaky.
And he's streaky, yeah.
But you guys mentioned it last night. Just use your eyes. Look at his swing. He's trying to kill the ball every time. Like, let me look at page 5 of my contract. If my exit velocity averages over 97.5, I get a $1 million bonus. Like that's the concept of so many hitters nowadays. Hit the ball hard, not hit them where they're not. It's
Los.
Yeah.
A lot of baseball players today, they don't hit, they just swing.
Yeah, they swing.
That's what it is. I love this. Thank you, Will Martinez. He alluded this to me. When you let sabermetrics geeks run your organization, don't be surprised when they trade a 2-time MLB batting champion for 4 minor leaguers. The Marlins have become the example of how not to do things.
Oh, I saw that tweet today. Yes.
Yeah, Kapler probably endorsed that deal.
He probably did with a raw burger.
Yeah.
You're going to be Giants are already here's where the trouble starts now, because I don't know what my wife put in this water, but it tastes terrible. I think she put that electrolytes in there, and she put too much.
Hey, Dan, guess who's going to be in downtown Phoenix tomorrow at a Cinco de Mayo festival that we're going to? Old school concert.
Santana? Carlos Santana?
War.
Who?
Good God, John. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Slipping in the darkness. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah, can't wait.
Hey, where your Marlins had that?
Can't wait.
That's awesome, man. War.
Yeah, War. 8 p.m. $5 to get in. Can't beat that.
Yeah, I used to listen to them.
Oh,
in high
wait,
school.
not the war, not the song war, the band war.
The band war is in Phoenix tomorrow. Yeah,
Oh.
they're playing it. They're going to be on stage at 8 p.m.
Low, right,
Duh.
get a little higher.
Yeah. And it's not gonna be too hot tomorrow. I think it's only gonna be.
I take a little trip. Take a little trip. Take a little trip with me.
Well, I swear, you hear those songs and you think of George Lopez, man. George Lopez. If you've never seen George Lopez at a comedy show, you got to see him. He is a riot.
Hey, hey,
Arias
Will.
angered Lord Kapler. They just traded. They traded Pablo Lopez, and they've already shipped him off.
Who traded?
That's crazy.
Who traded Pablo Lopez?
The Marlins.
The Marlins traded
when?
Last year. That's
the Minnesota.
That one. Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought I was thinking. That's right. They traded him for
They
Arias.
traded an ace for Arias, and now they have already moved off to Arias after 1 year.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hey, Los, the A's got a 6-game winning streak.
Hey, we said it. We said it a while ago. Like, don't be surprised if the A's at least compete and come close to the Giants. And right now, they're a little bit better. What is their payroll? 60 mil? 70 mil?
I'll check it out.
Wow. Talk about, man. Talk about a Toyota Corolla like blowing a Bentley off the line as far as freaking salaries go. Jesus, Farhan. And Farhan used to be with the A's and understood about economics and all that good stuff. And
What do you think what do you guess the A's salary? See who gets the closest.
The total team salary?
Yeah.
I'll say 43 million.
No, it's more than that.
43? What do you think, Eric?
I will say, I'm just guessing, 83 million.
Oh, I don't think it's that high. Let's take a look. I'm going to guess. What'd you guess, Los?
43.
43 and 83. I'm going to guess 50.
Right in the middle.
58.
Of course.
Right in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, look at this hedge guy.
Look at
Come
that,
on.
I know.
Yeah, secure money. That's how he does it.
Pull it up here. Can we see it? Oh, closest without going over.
Oh, get out of here.
62.
Price is right, man.
Yes, it is.
Get out of here.
Hey, that's 2023
It's
payroll.
80.4, man. For
What?
the entire, right?
This is 24.
You sure?
No. For the
24.
right column
24.
with the CBT tax, right?
Where does
Isn't
it
that
say
the entire?
24?
Right here. Top.
Oh, projected. What are the Giants? Ooh, 210.
251 with the
251.
CBT.
Yeah. And the A's are at 80.
What'd you say?
I said 83.
Yeah,
What-
but that's the we're gonna go
But
with
I'm
the other one.
closer.
We're gonna go
Yeah,
with
but-
the 62 though.
Who are they paying to get that amount up? Everybody's cheap on that roster. JD Davis is making what, 3 or 4?
There it is, right there.
Oh yeah, let's see. Who's the highest paid player on their team?
Stripling.
Oh yeah, they had to absorb that trash contract. Oh man,
And Wood.
and Wood.
They got 21 million between the Giants.
Hey,
Leave it to the Giants to screw the A's with debt. Here's our credit card, buddy. It's named Stripling and Wood.
Guess what?
Here
though?
you
The A's
go.
have a better record than the Giants right now.
I know. If you take Stripling and Wood off the payroll, then it's closer to where I said. I forgot about those two guys going over. Damn. Still, more bang for your buck. and their shortstop's not their second baseman Goff's not hitting.
I know he's on the IL. I got him on my damn team.
Hey, sorry, Hope Springs. Didn't mean to insult your Corolla, man. It's a good car. It's just not very fast. Love it at the gas station.
No, so when is Geoff coming back?
He's doing baseball activity right now.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball around.
He's throwing it across the diamond. So
he's one of my 6 guys on the IL.
Yeah, same here, man. He's one of my guys on the IL.
He started off so slow, though. I may cut him.
He did.
Yeah, I picked up Castro from the Twins. I'm loving him.
I got Edmund on, and I've had Edmund stashed away for a while too. I don't know what I'm going to do with him when he comes in.
Boy, there's some good players having bad years right now.
Yep.
Who's got Walker Buehler? Will be. Yeah, that's right. He's pitching Monday.
Did you see the Mets brought up their phenom, young guy, Christian Scott, through today? He's nasty. They brought him up from AAA through today. 6 1/3, 8 strikeouts. Like,
when are the Giants? See, the Giants only promote guys when there's an injury.
People get hurt, right?
Yeah,
not on merit, not on you're doing not on good job.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
You definitely want to see guys start to come up. This would be the year. Just what do you think the Giants would do if they dropped Farhan in the middle of the season? I don't think they will, but if they did, do you think they would just go the safe route and make Petulia the interim?
I think so.
Yep.
They'd say, okay, you're the interim president of baseball ops, and we'll see how you do the rest.
Because they're not looking for a GM in the middle. They're going to fire him, and then it's going to be you finish it out, and then they go on to hunt on the offseason.
We heard Pete Petulia speak at the winter meetings, and it's like, who's this ghost? We never heard him before.
Yeah.
And when we finally did hear him, we're like, holy crap, he's one of the few guys on planet Earth I'd rather hear Farhan speak than him. Like, he was worse.
Yeah,
he had no confidence in his voice at all.
Very, very, very soft-spoken.
Very soft-spoken.
Very soft-spoken.
Yeah.
I met him. I met him at the Wood.
That would be their safe route. That's what the Giants do.
I think the only thing the way that happens is, Los, I said, if they end up going like 3-7 on this trip, and then they come home and lose 5 of 6, they lose 2 or 3 to the Reds and get swept by the Dodgers, and they're like, all of a sudden they're like 10 under, and they're just like flailing and they're not hitting. I could see the Giants trying to make a knee-jerk reaction while they control the narrative of the media, because it'll be May. There's no basketball going on. There's no football going on. It's all Giants. And you can't have all this news being that your team is falling apart and nobody wants to watch them. They're boring. And you'd have to, we know a winning owner would fire them. We know what winning teams do, right? Expectations are high in certain markets. As Mad Dog said, this isn't Kansas City or Tampa Bay.
Right.
We saw what Boston did. They fired their general manager after 4 years, one out of 4 seasons. We saw what the Lakers just did yesterday. They fired Darwin Ham, who coached for 2 years, taking a team to the conference finals. And yet the Lakers, they're in a tough conference, but hey, you know what? You're playing in LA. You want to win.
Does it seem to you that of the 3 major sports that the least amount of patience showed for coaching and GMs would be football?
Yeah.
They seem to cut the cord pretty fast.
Pretty quick.
If it's spiraling down. York fired how many coaches of the Niners after 1 year, and he had to pay them for 3 more years? He didn't care.
Tom Sula, Chip Kelly. Who else did he get? Terry Donahue. Got rid of all those 3 of those guys pretty quickly.
So I think baseball is the opposite. I think you have the longest leash. Does it seem that way?
Yeah, the problem is you really can't. You can't fire Melvin. You
can't put it on Melvin.
Melvin.
I'm not a huge fan of Melvin, but this is not on him. This is the roster that he's constructed.
Right.
Now, if he's now, we kind of go back and forth. I say that Farhan's kind of controlling the lineup. I think that both of you respectfully
I don't
disagree.
know. I'm not
respectfully
sure.
disagree with me. You
I
have
don't
all
know.
year.
I think Farhan has
But Melvin has played the game. I would think that he would have a little bit more common sense at like looking out there and going, "Hey, man, Slater doesn't work." And I don't know what's happening behind closed doors.
Now here's the thing. What if Melvin's only able to work with whatever Farhan's going to allow him to get? Then he has to make do with what he has, right?
Then Melvin is not too far different from Kapler as far as being a puppet. And that's what I was afraid of. I wanted somebody that could stand up to Farhan and tell him, look, this is not working. But
Farhan just needs to go, period.
He does.
See,
that would be the easiest thing.
But the chain of command doesn't work that way. The manager doesn't tell the GM. It's supposed to be the ownership telling the GM, which in turn helps the manager, right?
Well, ownership has to step in if things don't turn around here this month. You can't go into June 10, 12 games below 500 because you're never going to catch up.
You'll never catch up.
I mean, from a military point of view, obviously, chain of command is everything. But let's just say the three of us, I'm the owner, Eric is the GM, and Dan's the manager. I mean, it's my job to pay the salaries. It's Eric's job to accumulate the talent and the roster on the field, and it's Dan's job to put the lineup out and strategize X's and O's.
I am doomed to be fired with you two guys above me.
Come on, man.
I am doomed to be fired, man. Forget it.
We got this, Los.
Hey, see you later. Coach and me got fired after 1 year. No trust in Eric to put together a good
Look at that. Look at that.
Like Eric would say, come on, man.
Come on, man. Look at that. He's giving us the bird and everything. Look at that.
Okay, we can switch it up. Come back, Dan. You could be the owner. I'll be the GM, and I'll put together a good team, and Eric could be the manager. I would not tell Eric who to play. I would just give him a 25-man roster, and I would trust Eric as my manager to be able to he'll know the feel of the team because he's around in the clubhouse all the time. He'll know who's
You got
hot.
the pulse.
Yeah, exactly. Good word. He'll know the pulse of the team. He'll know who's hot, who's cold, who's a little banged up, who needs to sit. I need to sit back in my office and shut the hell up. So I don't think that's happening. I think Farhan's too involved with the lineup, with the everyday operations of the ball club. He needs to stay out of that. That's where I want Melvin to just.
Well, I know when we had Ned on, he spoke, and we'll have to ask him about this again because he knew exactly what was going on as general manager with his.
Because he talked to his manager to find out what's going on.
He talked to his manager constantly, and I'm sure Farhan's talking to Melvin all the time too.
I think he is.
But my whole thing on Farhan is simply, I just don't think the game. I just think we've all heard of the Peter principle, right?
The Peter principle?
You're familiar with the Peter principle, right?
Enlighten me, please.
All right. I'm going to put it up here on the screen for you guys.
The Peter principle.
Never heard of that one.
That's a baseball thing? I should know that.
No, it's not a baseball thing. It's a book. It's management.
Oh, okay.
Here it is, guys, right here. The Peter principle is a concept of management developed by Lawrence Peter, which observes the people in the hierarchy tend to rise to the level. Let me see here if I can pull it up here. Okay. People in the hierarchy tend to rise to the level of respective incompetence. Employees are promoted based on their success in previous jobs until they reach a level at which they are no longer competent, as skills in one job do not necessarily translate to another. Got it?
Okay.
See, Farhan was promoted to a job to a level that he wasn't competent in.
Correct.
Right.
He's not.
It's above his head.
It's above his head. This is what I said all along: is he'd make a great. He'd be great in the analytics room, creating analytics for the club, given to the baseball operations. He shouldn't be in baseball operations at all. Give it to baseball ops. This is what he did for the A's. Okay. Do you guys remember Ken Maka, the manager?
Yeah.
Okay.
That name rings a bell.
Let me see if I can find this piece here.
They didn't do their homework. They just saw the Dodgers' success and they thought Farhan had a huge part of it, and it really wasn't about him.
Oh, you missed the article. Did you hear the article I read about what Larry Bayer said about him? Oh my God.
Oh God. Yeah.
When they first hired him, nauseating. Nauseating.
Yeah. They missed on that one big time. He's not a people's person, you know. He probably doesn't have a very good relationship with agents. He doesn't have a great relationship, I don't think, with his players. I don't think
he's a great scout. There's something to that effect.
He is not a great scout. If he was a great scout, he wouldn't have fired 8 of them when he first got the job. He would have respected what scouts do, but he fired them. That immediately showed a red flag to me. You don't fire the kid that came on our show, the Orioles.
Cody?
Cody.
Anthony Villa.
Yeah. I loved it. The word he used for scouts, the bloodline of the organization.
The bloodline of the organization. That was nice. Huh?
And Farhan cut that bloodline off by firing probably a third of the scouts.
You guys ready for something here?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
We might get, this is a video, 2.5-minute video on Farhan when he was back in Oakland.
Ugh.
Gosh, I wish I could hear this. This is something very interesting. Listen to the manager talk and listen to what Farhan's job was. How can I hear this? You know what? Maybe I can hear it on my phone. May play it simultaneously. For some reason, when I play things through, they don't. I don't hear them anymore, guys. What's my problem there? On my,
I don't know. Somewhere with your settings with your audio.
Technical difficulties.
All right, let me pull it up here. Google. Let me Google this. Come on, Google, Google. Hurry up.
MF wants to know, is that the Brody Brazil?
Yes.
Cryptic Trader said, problem is you're old.
That's true. Come on.
Can't have an IT issues all day today.
Come on. Here we go.
Alzheimer's. God.
That's tough.
That's really rough.
All right, here we go. Oh, that's Dak Prescott. Here we go. Okay, I'm not good. You ready?
Let's go.
Game of math, from box scores and statistics to aerodynamics and physics.
Strike 3 call.
The amount of scientific calculations in this sport is incomprehensible.
Well, I never get to enjoy the games, partly because I'm charting them.
Meet Farhan Zaidi. He's the baseball operations analyst for your Oakland Athletics. He's what you might call the brains behind the brawn.
I chart every game down the clubhouse into a software program. We then use that software program to output the tendencies of players on opposing teams. For instance, for a hitter on an opposing team, we know how often in an 0-2 count that hitter will chase a slider out of the strike zone. And obviously, if that hitter is more prone to chase that pitch, our pitcher is more likely to throw it.
All of this science is designed to give Oakland a distinct advantage when it comes time to decide who to acquire, who to release, and who to play.
Do you put all your faith into numbers?
Well, I mean, you can project a whole lot of things, but that's why we play the game.
Manager Ken Maka says he uses all the advanced scouting reports, but he also has to make some decisions based on instinct.
One of the things I always look at is how is this player going to impact the game that night? Does he have the ability to do that? And you do that with some of the tools that you do have. Do you have plus power? If you're a pitcher, do you have, say, a plus arm? And if you've got some players in the lineup that can do that, Eric Chavez is a 5-time Gold Glove winner. They hit some balls down there. He's going to affect the outcome of the game. So for me, that's I don't know if you can statistically put that into some type of formula, but that's what I look at.
No pun intended, but in recent years, the amount of baseball stats themselves have multiplied. For example, have you ever heard of runs created or equivalent average? Or what about secondary batting average?
Secondary batting average, I don't know if I've ever heard of that, or that's going to have to be explained to me.
It's kind of funny when you read quotes from players, like if it's a new stat that flatters them in some way, they like it. If it's a new stat that maybe doesn't work so well for them, they kind of disregard it. And, that's kind of the way players like to think of these things. Obviously, for us, it's not a question of whether it makes a player look good or bad. It's a question of how close that is to helping us evaluate the player more accurately.
Is the reason why I can't.
Peter Principle. Need I say more?
Here's the major flaw with that philosophy. By believing in that, you're basically constructing your roster with a bunch of specialists and hoping to mix and match and get your way through 162 games.
Well, isn't that what we've seen for 5.5 years?
Yeah.
That's what we've seen. But at the end of the day, superstars are the ones that are going to probably bring you championships. Superstars don't care and don't give a shit if you're playing at night, if you're playing at the day, if you're facing a lefty, if you're facing a righty, if it's a slider away, if it's a fastball up inside. They don't matter. They're superstars. You need to have 2 or 3 of them on your roster to have a legitimate chance at winning a world championship, whether it be in the pitching or whether it be in the hitting aspect. But this whole mix and match of having, when I argue with these guys on Kruk and Kuip and they're falling in love with Slater, I say, how the hell does a guy go through the minor league system, goes a single A, double A, triple A, and right-handed pitchers make up about 70% of all of baseball. If you really can't hit right-handed pitchers as a right-handed hitters, you probably shouldn't have a job in the major leagues. If all you can do and your coup de grace, so to speak, is I can hit left-handed pitching, you should never be employed by a major league team. I don't care if you hit 500 against them. If you can't hit right-handed pitching, again, which is most of the pitchers in the league, you shouldn't be on an MLB team. And he's been on the Giants for 7 to 8 years. Right. What does that tell you?
Do you guys understand more after watching that why the Giants are in the position they're in now?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people haven't seen that, and I'm sure that's startling to some people. But when I watched it the first time a few years ago, and I've been trying to, sometimes it wouldn't show up, but I finally found it, how to get it to pop up now. But when you listen to that guy and you listen to the type of job he started out with, he basically created his own job by creating these analytics, these charts. Did you hear the one part where he said he developed the program?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
He developed a program, yeah.
Did you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
People, this is the guy that changed baseball for the worse. This guy developed some program, and and this is why he fired the scouts.
Yeah.
Because with this type of program, he thinks he's smarter than the scouts. I've got software that tells me where these guys are going to hit the ball.
He felt like the scouts were not needed.
What he didn't realize is he needs scouts to go find talent. He thinks he probably thought, well, I'll just get rid of the advanced scouts that tell us, what's going on. This guy is, how do I say this? He is a computer nerd analyst that found his way into a top 5 market to run the entire operations of baseball. And he doesn't understand the game of baseball to the level he understands baseball. I'm not saying he doesn't understand baseball. He's sharp. He knows baseball. But I don't think he knows how to put together a roster that is just filled with talent. You look at the 21 team that won, everything went right. And it was also one of the beginning stages of this analytics. The game changed
when they got rid of the throws over to first base, the pitch clock was instituted. It's all about speed, contact, and wait till the game, as Eric said, wait till they go to the robot system.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Bailey's framing is not going to be
not going to be the same.
Not going to be the same. It's so you're going to need a guy that can, I think part of Bailey's issues with missing balls at times is he's framing too quickly.
He's aggressive.
He's trying to frame it and it goes off of his glove at times. But this guy running this organization, you need a guy that is, Brian Sabian was a scout. He drafted Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
You need guys that look and see talent. Look at the roster of talent that Farhan has tried to accumulate, put together. Now, I'll say this. I think they got it right with Jung-Hoo Lee. Jung-Hoo Lee has talent. Jung-Hoo Lee can play the game. He's got instinctual, you could see he's going to be able to hit, and he takes good routes to the ball in center field. He gets good jumps. Jung-Hoo Lee at 25, I'm totally happy with. But the rest of his signings, Jordan Hicks is a good signing. I still think the bullpen is the place for him to be.
We're getting really deep into something. This is really, really good. But listen to this. So Farhan's philosophy and what he thinks with this software may work for established major league players. Like, I'm going to put this roster together because I have a resume of these players doing this. How does his computer software work when it comes to scouting college and high school players and drafting the right guys? There's no resume there. You know what I mean? There's just a resume for
There's no body of work.
There's no body of work. So this is good. We just found out, okay, you can take an established major league player that's been, 2, 3, 4 years. We can see how he does against lefties, righties, all this stuff and analyze it. But for drafting guys, there's no body of work other than their high school and maybe a little bit of college. So you really don't have anything. So you're drafting guys blindly because now your system that you feel so comfortable with doesn't work anymore. Now you actually have to scout, and that's what he cannot do. And that's why, since he's been here, he's drafted horribly. And this is why the few guys that we do have down there in the farm system are not being given a chance. He would rather just kind of like, well, I know this guy because he's been on this team for a few years, and I think he'll be a good fit for the Giants. That's why this roster is mainly free agents, and that's not the way to go. And that's why us core Giants fans that have been around a long time, this is not what we're used to. We're not used to the roster being a bunch of free agents. We're used to it having a few free agents to fill in holes here and there, but the majority of it being our homegrown guys. And that's what this guy's gotten away with, and that's why we don't want him around. Period.
And Will Martinez hits it perfect. You need scouts and cross-checkers to draft college and high school players. Said this a million times.
Absolutely.
And I like what Kilt says here. I like the way he thinks. People like Farhan want to purge and destroy and replace the good old boys club. This is the reason why he fired and ostracized the old heads. This is, ironically enough, an ideological campaign. I kind of like what he's talking here.
Oh, that's well put, because the old heads would argue against him. He didn't want anybody to go against his philosophy.
Toe the line or you get out.
He wanted a bunch of yes men underneath him. He didn't want anybody to challenge his authority about the way it's always been done. He wants everybody to buy in to his software way. So this is where we are.
Yep. Will, did you already have that one up there?
Yep.
Oh,
wait, no, not Dick. No, I haven't done that one. Not with Dick Tidrow.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Why did the Giants crush it with pitchers in the draft? They had someone named Dick Tidrow, an actual scouts under the Sabian regime.
Yeah, rest in peace, Dick Tidrow. He was very well loved in the organization, and man, he found some jewels that led to championships.
Mm-hmm.
So
Boris said Wisenhunt looked great today. Okay, good. Hey guys, it's pretty crazy out there right now economically. There's a lot going on. Interest rates have been just like bad, but you know what? You might be in a situation where you're still maybe looking to move or pull cash out or, pay some bills, do a second. I mean, credit card rates are, in the 20s. You could do a second for what, 7.5%, 8%, Los, around there?
Closer to 9.5%.
Closer to, but still
on a second.
Yeah, still less than 20%.
That's one of the humorous things. That's one of the humorous things I always find is when I have people fight me on interest rates, and then I look at the credit report and they got a lot of credit card bills and high balances at 18 to 22%. So you're not okay with 6.75, but you like these 18 to 22% rates. So here's the problem with buyers that are waiting for rates to go down. Real quick plug. If you wait for rates to go down, you're going to have a lot more competition for people buying the house. Right now, there's a lot of people scared. So if you write an offer on a house, maybe you have 3, 4, 5, depending on the area, of course, people that you're going up against. Rates go down into the 5s, you're going to be going against 15 to 20 people. Is it the most important thing to get the offer accepted and you getting the keys to the house?
Yeah,
you can refinance later.
It's yeah. And so if you're looking for some money, give Los a call for a loan, 925-250-4894. That's 925-250-4894, just above Eric's big mug, which will be bald tomorrow, which will be Eric is going to.
Hey, I got it, Eric.
There you go.
Whoa. Thanks for moving me up there because down below I wouldn't have got it.
Eric is going to shave his head when the Giants score 10 runs this year. So his hair should be fine. He shouldn't be in any danger of.
And you'll have to do the entire show on the inversion table.
Oh, geez.
Ooh. Ooh, and the blood rushes to the head.
It'd be like about a 2-minute show.
Your back will feel great, though.
Yeah, I might need to get on that. But, I thought it was my hip that's out, though, too. So, anyway.
So I'll have an afro at the end of the season.
Yeah. Eric will be Oscar Gamble.
Oh, man, I'd be like, poof.
Oh, he didn't go Oscar Gamble.
You guys remember Oscar Gamble? Do you remember Oscar Gamble, Eric?
The name sounds familiar. I think he had a big one.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a fro.
Let me show you Oscar Gamble afro. Come on, Oscar. There we go. Oscar. Woo. All right. Here we go. Oscar Gamble. This will be Eric by the end of the year. What was that? Wasn't that who was that? Was that Sly Stone, man? Remember Sly Stone, guys?
No.
It looks like Artis Gilmore of the Spurs back in the early 80s. If you remember him, Dan.
Yeah. You guys don't remember Sly Stone?
I know Sly Stallone.
No, Sly Stone. Here he is. All these things pop into my head when I see things. Look at Sly Stone there, man. See him?
Ah, man. You missed the good old afro back in the day.
Yeah. Man. Remember the hats? Gary Maddox was up.
You did not want a guy like that sitting in front of you at a game, though, or a movie. Holy crap, you couldn't see nothing.
Yeah. Gary Maddox had a pretty good fro, didn't he? Gary
Maddox did. Yeah, not Matthews.
Yeah, Maddox.
Gary Matthews, the Sarge.
Look at his hat, man. Gary Maddox hat. It was always sat up really high on his head because of his afro. Look at him with the Phillies there. Look at that. How his hat sat.
Yep.
Gary Maddox. Who was Gary Maddox drafted by, guys?
The Giants.
Look at that. Look at 72, 70. Look at the batting average in 73, 319. Second year in baseball, 319, 284, 272. And then they traded him in 75 to the Phillies. Look what he did with the Phillies. 320 285 lifetime batting average. 285. Look at the game today.
Dan, what would have happened in the 70s, 80s, 90s, maybe even in the 2000s if a guy was hitting under 150 for a pretty prolonged period of time? What would happen to him? You're muted.
What years?
70s, 80s, and 90s. If a hitter hit in the 100s and we're in month 2, what would happen to him?
Oh, he'd be sent down or sent away. Just gone.
It wasn't even a question. You were cut, you were DFA'd, or you were sent down to AAA.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah. I mean,
the bar is so lowered right now. God, it's
Johnny LeMaster.
Yeah.
Was vilified for his batting average. But he would be like, I bet let me look at his stats. I wonder if he would be one of the leading hitters.
That's a good one. He had a great glove like Ahmed.
Yeah.
But he hit about 210, 230 every year. Johnny
LeMaster's lifetime batting average was 222.
That sounds like a 2024 batting average. And he was booed at Candlestick.
Horribly.
They got on him. Look at
his best year was his best year was 1980 or 79. Mm-hmm. He had 254.
Look at those first 3 years. 189, 210, 149. Wow, 149.
235, 254. Home runs, he hit 22. Most he ever hit in a season was 6. He was just the definition of a light bat. Now we got guys out there. Eric commented on a tweet the other day from Ben Kaspic that said, before you get too upset at who was it?
Batten 230 here. I'll find it.
Batten's. I saw Ned put a like on that.
Yeah, he gave it a like.
This is pull that one up, Eric. But
so while Eric's pulling that up, what's surprising is like a guy like Giovanni, who's probably younger, and is in this generation, thinks that these batting averages are okay. But Robert Rothberg, I know you're out there. You're older than me and Dan. And you remember what hitting was like. I'm a little surprised that you're as optimistic as you are, seeing the feeble at bats and seeing how the game is being played right now. You've seen baseball for a long time. I'm a little surprised that you're not a little bit more with us on that, as far as like how horrible the approaches are nowadays. Not just with the Giants, kind of in baseball in general. The Giants are just taking it to a different level.
This has been Kaspic. He says, speaking of league average, here's what the average MLB hitter has done this year. Batting 239, on base of 313, and slugging 383. So before being disgusted by someone's 230-something batting average, just know that's normal for 2024.
That right there is what's wrong with the game.
This is what I said. Batting 230-ish is not normal in any sense of the word when talking about baseball in any era. I will be disgusted because it seems that quite a few baseball players no longer hit, they just swing.
That's excellent. Good job, Eric.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's right on cue, man.
I saw that. I was like, man, there's no way that this guy's justifying 230.
Yeah, he is.
That sounds like an Alex I'll just say P. I can never pronounce his name real good.
Oh, Pavlovich, yeah.
Yeah, all these guys say exactly that same thing. Well, that's the normal. That's the problem.
Don't
it's
accept
accepted.
It.
It's accepted.
Yes, you don't have to accept that. Demand
it's accepted. It used to be when you go to school, when you went to school, that a D wouldn't pass you. And then I forgot what year it was, but then all of a sudden a D was a passing grade.
Yes.
And it's like, again, we're lowering the bar. Like a D is accepted now. Like my daughter brought home a D one time from school and she said, I passed that. And I laid into her. I said, you know what D stands for? You know what D stands for? Dummy. Don't ever bring me back a D, or your privileges will all be gone. That was the last D she ever got. So
way to go, Dad. Way to go, Dad. D for Dad.
D for Dad. So, it's just.
I think I only got one D in my whole life. Never an F. Never failed a class. Got a D in gosh, what was it?
I got a D in conceptual physics. Ooh, I hated science.
It had to be some science or math, something crazy.
I was great in math. I was very good in history. English, I was very good. Science.
I didn't do good.
Always messed me up.
I was good with numbers with math, but when you got into geometry and stuff, you know what my thing was? And I'll say the same thing today. I'll say what I said in high school. Hopefully no kids are listening in high school, but I used to say, what am I ever going to need geometry for in my lifetime? This just makes no sense. And you know what? I'm 62. I can never think of a time yet where I've needed to know geometry. Now, if I'm going to be an engineer, I need to know geometry. But I'm never going to be no stinking engineer.
Man, and it made all the difference in the world what teacher you had. I swear, I had some good history teachers that I just loved going to class, and man, I had some that all they did was write notes on the overhead, and man, you know what I'm talking about, Eric?
Yeah.
Like I loved history, like U.S. history, world history, but yeah, science was always my.
Maybe I would be maybe I do better if I paid attention to geometry with my technical skills today. You think my working on my trying to figure out my computer and stuff. I don't know.
No,
I mean,
that's different.
I just didn't like see any use for it. I was just like, I was the same with algebra. It's like I just like I didn't.
Algebra and geometry were fine. It was calculus.
Oh, that too. But you get me in math and
nightmares about calculus
in multiplication, division, and subtraction and adding. I was like, that's why. And because of baseball stats and football, you know how I learned times tables? I was like, 7 times 7 is 49, man. 7 touchdowns. I was just like, 7 times 8, 56, 7 times 9, 63, 7 times 3, 21. It was from football. I was just so,
Were you good at statistics?
Yeah, pretty good at statistics. Because of baseball and everything, but when it came to some of the complicated stuff, for me, it was just, if I didn't see a purpose in it for me, because I knew, that's the problem with public education. They don't design education that is tailored to people's strengths, and they make everybody take the same programs. Engineers, man, they should be doing all kinds of stuff at an early age. They shouldn't be having to deal with public relations and all. Speaking and all that. You could better yourself early on in education if you have, the course you're going to go on. I get the well-rounded stuff, but certain personalities are just not cut out for engineers.
Check this out, Dan, from Johnny Owen. Boys, I've seen Koufax, McCovey, Mays, Drysdale, and all the greats. This is a joke of what baseball has become. I write comedy for a living. Born in the Bay Area in 1960. Love your show. Humorous.
Awesome. Thanks. You want some humor?
He's one of us.
You want some humor? Hey, can you pull up my
We should have Johnny Owen come on the show, man. I'd love to hear those stories.
Yes.
Comedy?
No, Eric, come on.
The comedy?
No, pull up my Twitter.
This? Oh.
Pull up my Twitter.
Hold on. Let me get rid of that.
We're gonna end the show with this tonight. This is hilarious.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You guys are gonna love this. You're gonna love. Los is gonna love this. You haven't seen my Twitter today, have you, Los? Okay,
no, I was out all day.
You're gonna love this. Original Joe's, man.
Oh, in Westlake?
No, in San Francisco. This is about Joe DiMaggio.
Joe's
Here we
down on the pier.
Yeah, but here we go. This is.
Let me get rid of this. Hold on 1 second.
Oh yeah, just
boom. Get rid of that. And
start it over.
I will.
You can strike me out, or my brothers Dom and Vinny. I'll pay for your meal. That's right. If you can slip 3 fast ones by Jolt and Joe here, I'll pick up the tab for you and your family.
Hey, Joe, this guy wants to try for the free meal.
All right, now go easy on me. Now I haven't played the game in years. All right, you lose. You choose your fate, Tom. Who's next, Benny?
I am Joe.
You may have a free meal coming, lady. I feel like I pulled a muscle on my shoulder. All right, you lose. But what's your name, Tom? Share the Scampi.
Who is that in the tuxedo? Chris Collins?
No, that looks like.
Okay, who's next?
That looks like Martin Short.
I think your table's
Chris Collinsworth.
Sorry, Benny. You pitched me high and tight. And don't forget, we're equipped to handle intimate dinners, both bars and bar mitzvahs, and even video and digital electronic computer fairs. So come on down to DiMaggio on the wall. Good food, good fun, and if you've got your fastball happen, maybe a free meal. Okay, young fella, try your luck with the old man, but be easy on me now. I know that one slipped. Have him another one, will you, Vinny? You throwing at me, you little creep? Huh? You throwing at me? That's not good sportsmanship. That's not good sportsmanship. That's all I'm going to say. Take him out back. Put him in the crab cooler. See how he likes that. That wasn't good sportsmanship. I don't like to see that. How about some spumoni for everyone? Dom.
Yeah.
Spumoni.
What'd you say?
Spumoni. Spumoni.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Spumoni coming up. Enjoy.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That's
Spumoni. Hey, Dom. Dom was, Dom DiMaggio's his brother.
Yeah.
Without looking it up off the top of your head, who is the greatest batting average right-handed hitter in the history of baseball? Is it DiMaggio or is it Hornsby?
Hornsby, probably.
Those would be my right-handed hitter. Batting average. Not home runs, batting average. Have to have a certain amount of at-bats. Is there anybody else I'm missing?
Probably Hornsby.
Besides Hornsby and DiMaggio?
Joe, I'm going to go Jolt and Joe. What did he
Joe.
He was up there, but I don't think he was up there with Hornsby.
When did Hornsby play, though? What era was he playing?
40s.
He played in the early 19...
Around the same time as DiMaggio.
20?
Yeah, okay.
No, DiMaggio played a little later than him.
DiMaggio
he finished in 51, didn't he? DiMaggio?
No, he played later in the
50s. Hornsby played earlier than him.
Who, DiMaggio?
Yeah, look up Hornsby's.
Hold on.
I think Hornsby's got the edge off without looking anything.
Who had the most RBIs? Was it Hack Wilson in a season?
Hack Wilson and Lou Gehrig was close too. Boy, I tell you that one season.
Yeah, Joe DiMaggio finished in 51.
Yeah, but I think Hornsby played in the 30s and 40s.
30s and 40s, yeah.
I think he played earlier than that.
Maybe he might have played in the 20s.
I think he played in the 20s.
Ooh, even before that.
In the 10s?
1915 to 1937.
Yeah, he don't count then. Don't count.
What are you talking about?
Doesn't count. That's Eric's era.
What are you talking about? Joe DiMaggio. When did he start?
40s. He was heydays, 40s, after the war. Everything changed.
He started in 1936.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. My mom was born in 35.
Man.
Nope.
Get rid of Joe, 1936.
35. Anything after 35.
What about Babe Ruth? Do you count Babe Ruth in baseball?
Absolutely. He was one of a kind.
Then. When did he start?
He started in the 20s, in the teens.
No, he didn't.
Hey, you know Eric's a historian.
Come on.
You know Eric's a historian. He's going to go back.
You're gonna add Babe Ruth, but you're gonna get rid of Hornsby.
Hey, Eric, you know how I always.
How do you think Babe would hit today?
Good question. I don't know. Would he swing a freaking 48 or 50?
No, he'd have to go to a lighter bat to get around on these 97.
He wouldn't get around on the fastball.
With a smaller bat, he probably could, though, right?
Yeah. Hey, Eric, you know how I always ask Italian guests on the show, Godfather 1 or Godfather 2?
Oh yeah.
So I'll ask you, being the historian that you are, World War I or World War II, as far as his historical world merits or.
Because they're both so intertwined.
Good question.
World War II, for the simple fact that it's the biggest war that's ever happened in humanity up to this point.
Yeah.
Eric, is 3 coming in 24 or 25?
Tune in, MHC.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's hear it here on NorCal Sports. Your prediction. Your prediction is World War III going to start sometime in 24?
I mean, it's not inevitable, but the direction we're heading, oh my goodness. That's dude.
Cryptic Trader, WW2 is a continuation of WW1. Interesting.
Yeah. To an extent.
Does the United States and Joe Biden want to bring the U.S. into a war?
No one wants to bring no. As misguided and
but are there hawks that want to do that?
I don't think so. No one wants World War III. No one wants
not World War III, but do they want to get the U.S.?
I don't think involved? So, because it's different than it was, say, hell, even in Iraq and Afghanistan. I mean, it was a little bit different. We're so interconnected, much more than we ever have been.
Yeah, you got
to think about this, because what is World War III going to involve? It's going to involve China. What does China do for the entire world? Manufacturing.
Conductors, yes, and conductors.
Well, the semiconductor, that's Taiwan, but just manufacturing. Who manufactures anywhere in their countries? It's all done in China.
Yeah,
they got you by the short and curlies, man. That's what they have.
They can also shut us down with what do they call that thing? With the grid and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? Any country can actually do that. It's not just China. Any world power can do that, because I mean, everybody has computers now.
Well, maybe we should be like AJ Preller and go do it before anyone else makes a move.
Eric, you know what I found? Eric, you know what I found out about Dan in the last 3 minutes? He likes talking war more than he does wrestling.
He does. He does.
I don't want to talk wrestling. Don't get me going with wrestling.
Hey, all good. Hey, speaking of wrestling, like, when is Russo coming back on? He must have some thoughts about this team.
He's probably going to come on, if I'm not mistaken, probably towards the end of. Usually, he's been coming on at the end of every either homestand or road trip.
Oh man, hey, this is. I thought tonight was going to be a short show. Here it is.
Yeah, we're at 3 hours.
I'm out of here. We'll be back tomorrow night. What is tomorrow night? Sunday. So 7. Let's call it. Let's plan on 7 to 7:30 tomorrow.
Between there, 7 to 7:30.
Probably a short one, and probably won't be much of a crowd unless they lose. So go Phillies! We need a big crowd.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
All right.
Woo!